After winning Saturday against Bullitt Central to start the season, the Spencer County Bears moved to Week 2 of the high school football season. Tonight, the first of only 4 home games all season, their opponent, the Titans of Collins High School. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to just south of the equator of the sun.
Yeah.
Alongside John Hutchins, I'm Bo Bruner, and we're here with the entire GHP Sports crew to bring you the Teacup pregame show for Week 2 of Bears football. You know, John, it's always good to get that first game behind you. Both the players and the coaches, you know, they've got rust they've got to knock off.
Yep.
And, you know, if you can pick up a win in the process, that's just a plus. But there's no time to celebrate, especially when your biggest rival is coming to your house 6 days later.
Yeah, well, if any of y'all out there got a chance to see the Bears play last week, whether you were there, whether you joined us on GHP Sports, you can kind of understand them needing to get back to work a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, Bo. Don't get me wrong. It was great to get that win. It really was. But there were definitely some aspects of that game that still need kind of, some screws tightened here and there a little bit. Still, even in this heat, Bo, you talk about where our location is right now, it's great to be back in Taylorsville on a Friday night.
We're going to take our first commercial break on the Teacup pregame show, but on the other side, we'll recap last week's victory over Bullitt Central and count you down to kickoff, now just 36 minutes away on GHP Sports.
Well,
okay.
We're hearing from the trailer. We don't have commercials right now. I'm sure it has something to do with this heat. They're struggling with it too. I know the air conditioner's running full blast in that trailer, and it's still not keeping up. Equipment getting hot. Probably having some issues with that. But, Bo, let's go ahead and talk about last week's game.
So, last week, the Bears opened up their season, Don Franklin Bowl at Nelson County. 35-15 victory over Bullitt Central. Spencer County, John, scored on 3 of their first 4 possessions of the game, and they really never looked back after that on their way to 454 yards of total offense. Several players also, John, contributed to that offensive onslaught. 7 different Bears had at least 1 rush, and 5 different Bears caught a pass. Spencer County gained 317 yards on the ground, led by freshman Jake Green, who is our Brown Construction Player of the Game. 10 rushes, 131 yards, and 3 touchdowns, including a 70-yarder with less than a minute to go in the first half. He also caught 1 pass for 12 yards in his high school debut. Junior transfer Caleb Higdon only carried the ball twice, but gained 70 yards. One of those went for 51 yards in his first game in Spencer County Blue. And then you also had Brady Smith, had 5 rushes for 58 yards. Also carrying the ball was Danny Armstrong, Brody Phelps, Amari McCarty, and Jarrett Stewart. 7 different Bears running the football.
We hinted to this in the pregame. You know, having opportunity to see some film on the Bears. You know, you were able to attend one of the scrimmages even. You know, Spencer County has the Jimmies and Joes down there on the sidelines to carry the football this year. There was already pretty big expectations, you know, with the likeness of Brady Smith, Danny Armstrong, and Brody Phelps. You know, but we knew they were going to play their part in Marksbury's wing T. But what we weren't sure about was the addition of junior Caleb Higdon and freshman Jake Green. Any other coach watching that game, Bo, he had to have scratched his head and wondered, just how do I stop this great rushing attack by the Spencer County Bears? One thing for sure, Bo, the running back stable is full here on Brashears Creek.
Talking about Jarrett Stewart, John, you could just tell he was more comfortable running the Bears offense. It's his second year as a starter. And we use words like poise and maturity, and when we was describing his game Saturday night, seeing him check down to his second, third, fourth receiver, and also watching him tuck and run the ball and get down on the turf when he needed to were things we just didn't see out of him last year, or if we did, it was very rare.
Yeah.
And he finished the game 6 of 11, 137 yards, and 1 touchdown through the air. Also ran the ball 7 times for 21 yards and a touchdown with his legs. I would go as far as to say the most complete game we've seen him have in a Bears uniform.
Jarrett Stewart, last Saturday night in Nelson County, was an absolute stud at quarterback. The command that he showed as the Spencer County shot caller that night was something we haven't seen that in a while. You know, to have somebody who could just take so much control and to run Marksbury's offense. All I can figure is that in the offseason, Jarrett, he had to have found a way for the game to slow down for him to where he's able to get those check downs, and his mind's processing the information faster this year and allowing him to make those good decisions on the field. His footwork was great, his reads were great, and his arm was even better, as we'll see here in a little bit on some plays. But that two-pronged attack from the Bears between the full rushing stable that we have and the arm and poise of Jarrett Stewart is going to cause nightmares from some defensive coordinators in the area this year.
You know, last year, John, when we went to the scrimmage over at Campbellsville, we were standing on the sidelines with the team, and when we got next to where Coach Marksbury was, the first thing he done was introduced us to Coach Crescent.
Yeah.
Former assistant coach at Collins.
Which is funny that we're playing Collins tonight.
And he retired and got bored and wanted something to do. So when he wanted something to do, he come to Coach Marksbury, and Coach Marksbury introduced him to me as the quarterback whisperer.
Yeah.
And you could tell a second year under that tutelage that has really helped him.
Just a great hire.
So we are going to take our break now here on the Teacup pregame show. And when we come back, we'll talk about the receivers Spencer County had on Saturday night. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
The Cooperative Extension Office is here to serve all residents of Spencer County with educational and research-based programs. We offer programs for youth 5 to 18 years old through our 4-H program, where youth can make the best better. We offer free soil testing, and if you love to get your hands dirty, consider becoming a master gardener. We also offer programs for prevention, wellness, and individual family development, or you can check out our homemaker groups. We are located at 100 Oak Tree Way off Highway 44 in Taylorsville, Kentucky. Come in and see us or check us out on our website or Facebook.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School, our Teacup pregame show for Week 2 of Bears football, John.
Yeah,
Collins.
And it seems to be some hot tea tonight, too, from the Teacup. It's not even iced.
So, now that we got our commercials back, I think we can get back in a groove here. Let's talk about talk about the 7 running backs that carried the ball.
Yep.
5 receivers, John, caught passes, and that's something that you can't say a whole lot out of a Spencer County team over the last, maybe ever.
Yeah. and you know, it's part of that offense that Coach Marksbury likes to run with the wing T. I mean, it's a run-first style of an offense. That misdirection, the counters, the sweeps, and different things that they want to use, you just don't see the ball thrown very often. But, I mean, what a weapon Jarrett Stewart is, and now we're seeing he's got plenty of targets out there in the field.
Brady Smith, Danny Armstrong, Jake Green, and Brody Phelps all caught one pass. But, John, the star of the receiver room was junior Armin Smalley.
Oh, yes.
He only caught 2 passes all night. One was a 35-yard reception down inside the 5 where he had to jump and high point the ball.
Yep.
But the second one is our play of the game. Smalley caught a 46-yard strike from Stewart on a post route. He went untouched into the end zone for a touchdown. It was just a thing of beauty, as you can see here on our Country Mart instant replay.
Yeah, and I want to break this down a little bit for our viewers, as we're also going to have a side view of this with our Country Mart instant replay. If you watch Jarrett Stewart take that drop back, he's got the fake to the up back, he's got the fake coming around, and it freezes those linebackers and kind of brings the safety up a little bit too. Smalley goes down and runs that post, and if we could see that other view again, I want everybody to really notice what that cornerback did in the process. As soon as Smalley breaks, watch that corner flip his hips. He flips his hips to the outside. He loses eye contact with where the football is and with his receiver, Smalley leaving him in the dust. And also, nobody really noticed Brady Smith coming across a drag route on an out route to the outside right there that allowed him to be a check down for Jarrett Stewart in that situation. And the play fake to the running back froze those linebackers and even opened up him there at the 35-yard line out in the flats. So great execution by all members, offensive line, giving Jarrett Stewart that great pocket. Jarrett seeing what was happening in the secondary, the fakes being able to keep the linebackers and the safety out of the play, and it was an easy pitch and catch for a touchdown.
The defensive unit, John, also had some bright spots. Jacob Biller and Ian Blanford, we knew them on the ends, returning linemen. We knew they were going to do their thing. They crashed down on the Bullitt Central running game all night long. Brady Smith and Smalley, they both broke up a couple passes that were going to go for big gains. But I want to talk about the newcomers to the lineup. Noah Kropp and Jack Massey.
Oh, yes.
They played huge roles in shutting down the Bullitt Central defense. When you have the graduation of a Nick Stowe, Ethan Hampton, Kellen Marksbury, and then you have the absence of leading return tackler in Tanner Schuler, Coach Eldridge's defense really needed someone to step up. John, these two guys really stood out.
Bo, these guys were amazing last Saturday night. Actually, you and I were talking the other night about this when we watched film. If you're Coach Eldridge, how do you take them off the field? We had people missing out of that game that allowed those boys to be on the field, and the way that they played, I mean, how do you pull them off the field? But Krupp, he probably had easily the best hit of the night in that game. And then you take Massey holding the ground the way he did, and just didn't give the Cougars an easy way to go at all defensively. But even so, even us talking about how do you take players like that off the field, it's a great problem to have if you're Coach Eldridge.
And, John, we can't recap this game without talking about the kicking game.
No, we can't.
Now, sophomore Drew Dwyer, who we seen in limited action last year because of some injuries, he handled the kickoff duties and placed the ball down around the 5 to 10-yard line every time he kicked the ball, pinning the Cougars deep on every possession. And then Jackson Brown was not running on empty in his high school debut. He was 5 of 5 on PATs. Very exciting to see, especially considered the quality of kickers we lost to graduation in Kyle Brensel and Tommy Childers.
Now we know most of these boys will go home and they're going to watch GHP tonight and watch this game or watch it tomorrow morning. And I honestly wonder, will Jackson Brown himself understand the running on empty reference you had there? But all jokes aside, I'm excited for our special teams this year. Oftentimes, Bo, from year to year, the kicking game can be a bit of a question, because you end up with these upperclassmen that tend to be the ones on the field doing that place-kicking duty. Dwyer, I mean, he handled the kickoffs like an old pro. And, Bo, I would honestly like to know, and we were hoping to see it out here even before we came on the air, I'd like to know Jackson Brown's range, because the PATs is the only chance that he even got to kick the ball last Saturday night, and he had leg to spare on those. And so I would really like to see what kind of a threat he could be in a field goal situation for Coach Marksberry.
Overall, it's a good win for the first game of the year. John, they need to clean up some penalties, but other than that, I think Coach Marksberry, he's got to be pretty pleased with his team's effort.
I think so too. And, you know, the way these boys came out and fought and worked through that rust, knocking that off, you know, getting a little WD-40 on the old helmet and shoulder pads and going out there and playing. You know, we talked about it in the game last week. Usually the team that's going to win in an opening game of the season is that team who's able to find calm first. And Spencer County, they were able to go out last week and they found calm in that game and were able to get up big and cruise on their way home to a victory.
We're going to take another quick break on our Teacup pregame show, but when we return, Blaine will get us caught up with scores from other athletic events from around campus, and he had a chance to sit down with last week's Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game, Jake Green, and Coach Marksberry in our Kelly Hubbock coaches interview. We'll have all that and more as we are now about 21 minutes away from kickoff. You're watching Bears football on GHP Sports.
For over a century, the People's Bank has been assisting our community with their financial needs. The key to that success has been the close connections we have made with the people in the community that we serve. Come in today at our main office located in the historic downtown Taylorsville at 23 West Main Street, or at our branch located at 5511 Taylorsville Road in Fisherville, and see how we can serve you. The People's Bank is proud to support the efforts of our local athletic program. Go Bears!
Do you know the Heirloom Traditions Company store is now open? You can get everything you need to update your home both inside and out using the incredible all-in-one paint and all-in-one stain. There's lots to enjoy here, and check us out at 33 Progressive Drive, Taylorsville.
Here's some of the sports action we had going on this week at Spencer County. On Monday, girls soccer picked up a win on the road in dominating fashion at Carroll County 8-1. Then on Tuesday, volleyball had their first home game of the season against Cornerstone Christian, where they continued to start the season off strong with a 3-0 win. We move over to Wednesday, where girls soccer picks up their second straight win of the week against Collins 1-0. To wrap things up for the week, on Thursday, volleyball took their first loss of the season against Ballard 0-3 in their third game of the season. Then, boys soccer went on the road for the third consecutive game, where they fell to Woodford County 0-3. Make sure to tune into all the sports going around in our school to show support. And last week, I got the chance to interview Coach Marksberry along with our player of the game, Jake Green, about last week's win over Bullitt Central. Let's see what they had to say. I'm here with our player of the game for last Saturday's game versus Bullitt Central, Jake Green. Jake, what motivated you and your team to come out and start the season strong?
I would just say the coaching staff in the preseason just kind of getting us ready for it and just kind of motivating us to be able to go in that game and just play as hard as we could. And, yeah.
And what do you believe is a strong suit of this year's team that was on display during last Saturday's game?
I'd say our run game, but we also showed our pass game. We have Armin. He's a really good deep threat, and he just has really good hands and is able to track in the ball. And then also our run game with Jarrett, pretty good. He's rolled out, got I think over like 40 rushing yards, and he just kind of led us to victory. So, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They had last year, so it's always good to put in the work in the off season and go out and get the season started off right.
Absolutely. And what would you say put you guys over the edge in this one?
Well, offensively, I thought we were very efficient, and you know, it's kind of like a workman-like performance. We kind of felt like we were in control of the game and didn't do anything to. We didn't turn the ball over, and then on defense, we were sound. We did have some problems where kind of got out of our lanes and let the quarterback scramble a little bit too much. But for the most part, special teams were solid. So it's just a solid game. It was just a good game for us to get it in the books, find out what we need to work on and improve on, and then we'll move and then make those adjustments and get ready for a big game against Collins.
Yeah, and what was the game plan coming in, and how didn't you execute it?
Well, playing the first game of the year, sometimes it's tough because we're very dependent upon film. And basically the only thing we had to base it on was scrimmage. And sometimes you don't know when a team's in a scrimmage. Are they showing you everything? Or are they actually trying, are they just, what are they actually trying to accomplish in the scrimmage? So our game plan was just to be us and be sound. And we knew how they were going to line up, both offensively and defensively. And, we just wanted to try to eliminate the mistakes. And we did have quite a few holding penalties and everything like that that kind of set us back a little bit. But, overall, we were happy. And there are definitely some things that we can improve on. And we expect to have, see some improvement this week.
Yeah, and first game of the season could be some unexpected problems. So what adjustments did you have to make during the game?
Well, the biggest obstacle we had to overcome, of course, Bullitt Central was a very formidable opponent, but the heat. The heat was definitely an issue. It was extremely hot, and I thought our kids handled it pretty well. It was the emotion of the first game, the heat and everything like that, and, it was just, it kind of stressed our kids out a little bit more mentally and physically because it was just 5:30 in the afternoon and everything like that. It was tough. So that was probably the one thing that really caused us an issue that that really put a lot of stress on us as a team. But we play a lot of kids. They play one side of the ball, so that helps us out a lot.
Yeah, and speaking of problems, did you have any problems like your current roster, like depth that you had to?
No, I mean, we were fine. We were fine. The only issues that we had was we, just like a lot of teams right now, we've had some injuries. We've had some illnesses. We've had some kids miss practices with illnesses. And, so that was just one of those things that, on the offensive line we had 3 spots where the projected starter was not there. So but it was awesome that those kids were able to step in, execute our system, and be very successful on the offensive side.
Yeah, and what's something positive or negative you can take from your team's performance and take it into the next game?
Well, the most positive thing was we were, going in and having the players that were missing on the offensive line, and we were still able to run our offense. I think that speaks volumes of our kids that come through our system and everything like that. Of course, we've had some kids make some plays. Armin Smalley's probably been one of the biggest surprises in the summer and the early practices. He made some plays, and Jake, and we had Brody Phelps is our middle linebacker, and he kind of gets the defense. And I thought Jarrett has been very composed at quarterback and everything like that. So there was a lot of positives. We have a great group of kids, and they all pull for each other, and it's a good locker room, and it's how you become successful.
Yeah, and just to wrap toward the end of the discussion on the game, do you have any more thoughts on the game as a whole? Or?
Well, you're glad it's over. You're glad we got through it, and we didn't have any other injuries in that game. We came out of it, pretty healthy, and it's just it's one of those things you get in. It's good to get the season off to a good start. Playing in a bowl game is a little bit different. I'm not a big fan of playing on Saturdays, but it's one of those things. When you get invited to play in those things, it's something you consider. Me personally, I just as soon play on Friday nights. But we got through it. We'll make some adjustments. We'll have good practice this week and be ready to roll against Collins.
Yeah, just to end things, just a couple of questions regarding this year's team as a whole. How does this team differ from last year's?
The most significant thing is our depth at our skill positions. Last year we were a little bit, just didn't have the depth there, so we were having to kind of move some people around. But right this year we have On the defensive line, we have a bunch of seniors. On the offensive line, we have some seniors, but our skill guys we're extremely deep. We have, and I think you saw it last week. We had 6 or 7 kids carry the ball, and but that doesn't happen without our offensive line, and our linebackers don't make plays without our defensive line. Our secondary doesn't cover without our defensive line getting pressure, and we got 2 defensive linemen sitting here while I'm doing this podcast, so they're sitting over there, really enjoying this. But anyway, it's just one of those. The depth of our skill position is probably the biggest difference from last year.
Yeah, and for our final question, just as the head coach, what's your overall expectations on the season going forward?
Well, we feel like we are a program that has established ourselves, and when you look at Class 4A, you have the Boyle counties, the Paducah Tillmans, Covington Catholics, Franklin counties, Corbin's. There's a group of teams, 5 or 6 teams that are at the top that are some of the better teams in the state. Now, we feel like we're striving to close that gap on those programs. And the way we kind of view it is we feel like that our program, is of the ones that are just outside those top 5 or 6, we feel like our program should be viewed as one of those programs. I mean, look, the programs that I just mentioned, they're historic. They've been around forever. Franklin County's in our district. But we feel like our program, we've done enough to garner the respect around the state as being one of the better programs in the area and in our classification, and I think we are. I mean, we do it the right way. We bring kids in, we develop them, they work hard, and they put the time in, and it's just one of those things. 4A is very tough, though. Yeah. It's extremely tough. It's a tough class, and but hey, we'll try to get better every week, and let's see where we end up at the end of the year.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach. That concludes our first episode of the Coaches Show. Thank you so much for joining us on the Digital Gen. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an episode of the Coaches Show.
Thank you, man.
If you're a current resident of Spencer County and you've been contemplating selling your home, now's the perfect time to have a conversation with us at Brown Realty.
Our local teams are experts in the field of Spencer County, and we reach all major counties and cities, helping families along the way.
There are so many great things happening in Spencer County, and Brown Realty wants to help you become part of them.
With experience in new construction and remodeling and everything in between, you can count on Brown Realty to be with you every step of the way.
Coming from humble beginnings, we know a thing or two about keeping families' needs first.
If you're buying or selling, Brown Realty is here to help you every step of the way.
Brown Realty is proud to be the largest real estate brokerage located right here in Spencer County, with local agents, local knowledge, and a passion to assist others.
At Acadia Counseling, we offer a professional, down-to-earth approach for adults, families, couples, and adolescents who are looking for lasting results in a non-judgmental environment. Located in St. Matthews and offering telehealth straight to your phone or Wi-Fi enabled smart device, Acadia Counseling offers evening and weekend appointments. Give us a call or schedule from our website and create a brighter future for yourself or a loved one.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School as we finish up our T-Gup pregame show. And John, it's come to that time in the program we talk about our Taylorsville Community Church players to watch.
Yes.
And tonight, we are going all defense.
We are.
Now, for Collins, we're going to go with number 7, defensive lineman Shai Gazaway. And this guy looks like a man among boys when he's on the field. He had 8 tackles and a sack last week against Shelby County. He anchored that Titans defensive line and held the Rockets to only 7 yards rushing after the injury to Gianni Hunter, who we later found out this week, John, broke his collarbone, going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. And but if you're going to defeat the Bears, you're going to have to shut down that run game. And, John, number 7 is a good place for the Titans to start.
You said he's a man among boys. He's a giant among men when you see this guy out in the field. Gazaway, he's the type of defensive lineman, Bo, that you really have to plan around to be able to move the football. Honestly, it's not right how a guy that size is able to move as fast as he can. We saw that last Friday night when you and I went up to Shelbyville to watch that game, and how quick he could get to the outside. But we've also seen him on film. Does have some technique issues. There's some things he could work on, how he uses his hands coming off the line, not standing up when he fires out. There's things that he could do to play better. But his size and his speed, Bo, those are things that can't be taught. The Bears are going to have to make sure they get a hat, maybe even 2, on him every snap of the ball.
And for Spencer County, we're also going to go with number 7, tonight's safety Paxton Truitt. Now, he'll be tasked with using his experience in drop-back coverage, John, to blanket those Titan receivers. And with passing being option number 1, 2, and 3 for Collins, Paxton's going to have ample opportunity tonight to make a difference in this ballgame.
Paxton Truitt is someone, Bo, that has continued to impress us more and more every single game. I'm not too proud to say that there are passing plays that he defends perfectly, and I don't even see him coming. I mean, the way he breaks on the football, he comes out of nowhere and makes these great plays. I expect his experience will go a long way tonight, not only with his own play, but making sure everyone in that nickel package that we're going to see out of the Bears tonight is in the right place to defend this pass-happy team.
All right, now let's just move on to the game. Spencer County and Collins, they've played every year since 2011. Collins leads the series 10-4. They're coached by Jerry Lucas, who John's trying to imitate up here with the towel over his shoulder. And he is the only coach in the school's 15-year history. He has a career record of 114 and 98. They opened their season last week with a 35-0 win over Shelby County in a game dubbed the Hometown Showdown. Now, the Titans, they have 16 returning starters from last year's team, 7 on offense, 9 on defense. And early in the season, Coach Lucas said he plans on having 22 different starters. So depth should not be an issue.
Good luck and have a great contest.
On defense for them, we've already spoken of Shai Gazaway, but the heart and soul of the Titan defense is senior number 44, Josh Lanehart. He led Collins in tackles in both his sophomore and junior years, and also had a team high of 12 last week. He's got 365 tackles in 32 high school career games. Newcomer on Discovery Boulevard this year is a Davion Dale. Dale's a 6-foot defensive back that transferred from Shelby County. He had 26 tackles and interception last year while playing for the Rockets. He's one of the state's top prospects in 2026 and also holds an offer from Toledo. And then you have Marcus Stoner, Wyatt Schaefer will help shore up that tough Collins defense, John, that showed last week they could shut a team down.
Yeah, so back to their offense. I mean, it revolves around number 3. Everybody knows that. We know that from last year. And we did talk about this earlier in the week, too. After watching them play Shelby County last week, the way Cade Gooden can impact a game with his arm was something that we didn't see last year. It was the legs. I mean, you had to contain him, be able to keep him inside, and you still have to worry about containing Cade Gooden in this game. But last year we had said if Collins was going to beat us, we needed to make Cade Gooden beat us as a quarterback. This year, Bo, I think we got to flip the script on that. We've got to look more along the lines of having Cade Gooden try to beat us with his legs, and then that's going to be very important for our defensive line linebackers to be able to contain. The Titan defense, it's solid, but I think the Bears can still find some holes. Shelby County, even being short their star running back Gianni Hunter last weekend, still found ways to move the ball. If the Bears can use the poise of Stewart as well as a large group of capable runners, they're going to find ways to put points on the board tonight.
John, before we get to the Doherty's Body Shop and Service Center game of the week, let's talk about your keys for the game this year.
Okay, all right. The first one we can pretty well throw right off now.
Yeah.
Praying for rain. Yeah, when these were wrote earlier in the week, there was a chance of rain all throughout today, and it was actually something I was hoping for simply because it can really help slow down a pass-happy team, making that ball difficult to throw and difficult to catch. So let's move on to number 2, shall we?
Yeah, get your head right.
Well, get your head right. Like we mentioned this early in the pregame, just the way Spencer County played last weekend, a lot of unnecessary errors, unforced errors, mental errors that happened to the Bears. Stupid penalties, things that where we got to get that stuff taken care of and get that worked out. But I think if Spencer County is able to do that, avoid some of these penalties, it's really going to help tonight.
And then contain.
I just alluded to that a little bit ago. Cade Gooden, even though I'm saying you're going to have to cover these receivers and not let him beat you throwing the football, we still need to keep him in the pocket, both to protect from running, but also something else, Bo, you and I noticed even on film. Cade Gooden, if you can keep him in the pocket, doesn't throw as good of a football as what he does when he's on the move. It's almost like he overthinks his time in the pocket and being settled and not being pressured, and will tend to throw the ball in the dirt. You get him on the move, Bo, that natural athleticism that he has is something that just kicks in, and he can throw a great football if he's bootlegging to the outside or flushed out of the pocket.
He was the 5A District 5 Player of the Year last year as a freshman, John.
Yeah.
And really is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback. 37 touchdowns last year, 2,100 yards passing, 21 touchdowns, ran for 1,116 touchdowns. And other than him, though, their running game is non-existent.
Yeah, it really isn't. There's not much going on there. Yeah, we did see some play out of a few different guys that got some carries.
Minus 5 yards for everyone other than Gooden last week.
Yeah, and it just Shelby County was able to shut that down. And I'll be honest with you, it's not because I think Shelby County's defense was that stellar in that game, but that was something we talked about with that game. It's like we never really saw either one of those teams put together a good drive to know what they had. So all this week, people asking me, what does Collins look like? And I have to be honest with them and say, I don't know. We didn't see them get a nice drive down the field, work through their progressions, be able to clip off first downs, and put points on the board. That game last week, it was big play after big play after big play that got Collins the lead.
Future Bears night tonight at the Spencer County football game, as you see some of our future Bears football players and cheerleaders running out on the field. The Titans, John, they ran 56 plays last week. Gooden threw 34 passes and then ran the ball 14 times.
Yeah.
There's 48 of the 56.
Yeah, it's unreal what he's been able to do with his legs. We know he's a threat on his legs. And even standing out there on the 50-yard line right now, number 7, Shai Gasway, one of our players to watch. I mean, he's a giant out there, and he's going to be something that's going to have to be taken care of. So between him on defense, linebacker Lane Hart on defense for Collins, and then just simply Cade Gooden's all we have to say for the offensive side of the ball for the Collins Titans tonight, and he's the one that makes that engine run.
Spencer County did win the toss. They deferred to the second half. So Drew Dwyer will be kicking off to start this week number 2 of our Doherty's Body Shop and Service Center game of the week.
I tell you what, Bo, the grill's lit out there, and that, I hope that isn't that hot that it's putting this much heat up here on top of this press box tonight. But the grill's lit, the lights are on, the fireworks are going off. It's football time in Taylorsville.
Quentin Wooten, Davion Dale, and Zayden Baker back deep for the Collins Titans. John, we're ready for a little football. Got the news hovering above us.
Yeah, we do. WLKY looks like up there in their chopper getting some views tonight.
And folks, we are underway at Spencer County High School. Ball caught at the 10 by Wooten. He gets his across the 20 to about the 22-yard line, and that's where they'll start.
Yeah, good coverage there. Jack Massey getting down the field to be able to get that tackle.
Collins will take over from their own.
Going to keep the Collins Titans down there a little bit deep. They had a lot of good field position last week, so Bo, let's see what Cade Gooden can do having these 77 yards to go down the field and score. Collins coming out, like to spread you out on the offensive side. You're going to see a lot of double twins. You're going to see trips. You're going to see 5-wide situations. Like to move that defense out away from the middle to try to give Cade Gooden some room to run. And some of these receivers have, like we said earlier, these receivers can catch.
First play of the game. Gooden rolls out to the right, looks to pass. That is incomplete.
Great coverage out there by Caleb Higdon, being able to track that receiver across the field. Good coverage overall by the secondary. Really not a lot of options for Cade Gooden there to throw. Honestly surprised we didn't see him tuck the football right there, but defensive secondary seemed to have read that playbook.
Second down and 10. Gooden again looks to pass. His receiver falls down. That'll be incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete. Coming up 3rd and 10.
Well, I would say, Bo, this is an obvious passing down, but with this offense Jerry Lucas is putting out there, Coach Lucas is putting out, it's pretty much almost every time, every down is a passing situation. But 3rd down and 10 here for the Collins Titans. Again, Spencer County doing a great job. We knew they were going to come out in this nickel formation on defense just to get that extra speed on the field, that extra member of the secondary out there on the field to try to defend these receivers.
3rd down and 10. 5-wide empty backfield for Gooden. Looks across the middle. Thinks about going long. Goes out the flat. Pass is complete.
Oh!
Sandwich.
Oh!
Brady Smith. And I don't know who the other one was, John, but
that's Paxton Truitt getting up. One of our players to watch had him from the outside.
Collins short of the first down, coming up on 3rd and 4. Correction, 4th and 4.
4th and 4. The Titans are going for it early, John.
Yeah.
Deep inside their own territory here.
This is where if I'm Coach Marksberry, I'm watching the quarterback here. This is another thing we wondered if we'd see. Last week, Spencer County dealing with the hard count not very well, jumping off sides a lot. Coach Lucas sending his offense out there. They are going to run a play.
Gooden rolls to the right. Now he's going to keep it. Breaks one tackle. Going to get close to the line to gain, but I don't know if he got there, John.
We're going to have to see the spot. It's kind of hard to see from the angle we have here. I think he's short. They're giving him the first down.
After the play, first down by the Titans. Coming up, 1st and 10.
Pretty good spot given there out by the officials on the outside. But Cade Gooden able to use his legs to be able to keep that drive alive.
Five wide again. Screen pass. Goes out to Wooten. Wooten tries to get to the edge. Not going to get there. Caleb Higdon and Armin Smalley in on that tackle.
Coming up on 2nd.
I think Coach Eldridge is wanting to to have a holding called there on the outside. Paxton Truitt trying to make a play, a turn towards the runner, and
correction, 2nd and 5.
Was definitely held back a little bit right there, but still, it's going to be a gain of 5 yards, 2nd down, Collins.
Again, Gooden rolls to the right. It's going long, and it is incomplete. Coverage by Brody Phelps.
Not a bad place there if you're Coach Jerry Lucas to try to take a shot. Having 2nd and mid-range kind of gives you a little bit of cushion. If you don't get that completed pass, you're still looking at 3rd and mid-range. You have a lot to work with out of your playbook. So not surprised to see them try to open that up and take a shot right there on 2nd down. But it's still going to bring up 3rd down, Bo, and looks like they're going to maybe line up with trips out there on the outside.
Third down and 5. 5 wide again. This time Gooden keeping it himself. Breaks through, gets to 2nd, 3rd level. Going to get across midfield. They're going to mark him down at the 50-yard line.
Caleb Higdon picking up another tackle, just not quite where Coach Eldridge would have liked to seen that tackle made. As Kay Gooden on the quarterback draw, able to be able to work up the middle. Give credit to his offensive line. They got to that 2nd level, got some hats on some linebackers to be able to open up that hole. 1st down, Collins.
Gooden again looks to pass. Incomplete. Through the hands.
Pass falls incomplete, 2nd and 10.
That Lanehard on the outside, wasn't it?
That's either Amari Davis or Jaden Martin. We don't quite know which one that is, John.
Oh, yep. Another situation where the roster isn't quite perfect on the line, so we'll work with what we have, and if we call the wrong name, we apologize. We're using the information that we could get.
2nd down and 10, staying with this 5 wide formation. Spencer County 3-man front. Tunnel screen, and that's going to fall incomplete. Pass intended for number 8, Zayden Baker.
3rd and 10.
Spencer County actually, even though that was not a completed pass on that tunnel screen, did a great job of being in position, recognizing the screen, not having that all-out blitz going after Kay Gooden there. Had linebackers sitting where they needed to be able to make a play, but didn't have to. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 10.
Again, Gooden looks to pass. Almost intercepted by Brody Phelps.
Pass broken up by number 6, Brady Smith.
Pass intended for number 13, Logan Hulsman.
Yeah, Brady Smith doing a good job right there, as we'll see on the Country Mart instant replay. He sat, he waited, and then he broke on the football just as Kay Gooden released it, able to get in front, almost had that pick. Still going to bring up 4th down, and Collins, Bo, they're sending their punt team out on the field.
This is another one, John, we really didn't talk about in the pregame show. Gage Miller, we watched him over there last Friday night.
Oh, goodness.
Kid's really got a leg on him.
What a leg. That's a weapon for Coach Lucas and Collins, be able to have a kid that can kick the ball as well as he does.
Just a junior. And it's going to be down at the 14-yard line, so 36-yard punt.
1st and 10.
For Miller. Yeah, great job there by Miller, pulling the sand wedge out of the bag, being able to get just a touch of backspin. Wasn't able to completely get it to draw back, but definitely did get that ball to check up about around the 15-yard line. And now we get an opportunity to see Spencer County, Bo, and this stable of running backs that we're talking about, and then also the receivers that we were able to see last week with Jarrett Stewart.
Stewart under center. Smith goes in motion. Handoff goes to Armstrong up the middle. He's going to get forward for about 2.
2-yard gain for Danny Armstrong. 2nd and 8.
Bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Danny Armstrong hesitated back there. Josh Lanehart filling that hole. Luckily able to pick up that block at the last second to be able to dive off the right side and get a few yards on that.
Smalley out wide to the left. And off. This time goes to Phelps. He gets across the 25. That'll be good enough for Bears first down.
Phelps carry the Bears 25.
Good run there by Spencer County. Good blocking really there on the outside. Brady Smith able to come down, be able to seal that off to give him an opportunity to be able to get around that corner with a little bit of room, able to pick up those 8 yards that he needed. First down, Spencer County.
Pickup of 9 on 8 on the play for Phelps.
Sun's finally going down, Bo. We might get a little bit of relief up here.
All this sweat up here, we might get cold.
Well, I'm about to put my swimming trunks on with all this sweat, and I know that sounds nasty,
hand
but it's
off
the truth.
up the middle.
Going to pick up a couple yards. I think they're going to give him about 2 with forward progress. But again, Josh Lanehart able to fill that hole. He is just coming almost every single play to try to stop the middle run by Spencer County. You know, if I'm Coach Marksberry here and I'm seeing that, if I'm seeing Lanehart doing what he's doing, you've got to find a way to get him caught in that. You've got to find a way to take him out of the play. He's a great tackler, great defender, and anything he can do to try to get him out of position is going to do nothing but help the Bears. But that right there, nice hard count by Jarrett Stewart. Going to cause the Collins Titans to jump. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Still be 2nd down.
The 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 2.
A lot of options here if you're Coach Marksberry. We just saw Coach Lucas on that last drive take a shot on 2nd and mid-range, and now Marksberry in 2nd and short. You know, a lot of things he can do here to maybe try to open up a little gap.
Goes back to Phelps. Phelps runs over a guy at the 40, gets up to about the 44-yard line.
Big carry by Brody Phelps, and that's good for another.
I tell you what, one thing I like seeing here, Bo, number 55 on the field. We didn't get a chance to really talk about him early in the game. Tanner Schuler, one of the best pulling guards you are going to see in the district, able to get out in front of him, be able to block through, and give him a little bit of extra yardage on that. It's great to see 55 back out on the field.
Pick up a 12 for Phelps. Smith switches sides. Handoff. Time to Jake Green. He gets across the 45 to the 46. Pickup of 2.
Spencer County still testing that middle and only picking up a couple yards every time they run that middle, Bo, but still vital part of their offense. It's something that Coach Marksberry needs to do to be able to run that middle. That's making linebackers like Lanehart commit to that, to try to stop that run up the middle and opening up some of this stuff on the outside. So still got to mix it in. It may not seem like some big flash and an awesome play that you're going to see very often, but to keep that defense honest, it's what it's going to take.
Green in motion, takes the handoff, comes to the short side of the field, turns it up. He's going to fight forward to about the 49-yard line. Pick up a 3.
Jay Green fought his way up.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
For a 4-yard gain. Coming up on 3rd and 5.
I tell you what, Bo, if you can find a seat in these bleachers over here on the home side, good for you. This place is packed. I know Future Bears Night always brings in a big crowd, but this place is loaded down tonight.
3rd and 5, 4.5 minutes to go. Going to get a flag, this one on Spencer County.
False start by the Bears. 5-yard penalty coming up 3rd and 10.
A false start, and that's going to back them up into a 3rd and 10 situation. And now if you're Marksberry, that playbook kind of gets a little bit smaller at what you're able to do to gain 10 yards. Of course, there's been multiple times we've seen this team be able to run sweeps around the outside to pick up that kind of yardage. But you wonder, Bo, if this might be the first play of the game that we see Jarrett Stewart use his arm.
10 players in the box. And a fumble.
That's Collins
football.
Brady Smith coming around the outside to take that handoff, trying to run a sweep to the field side to the left.
From the Bears 38.
And just not able to get a good connection with his quarterback, get the ball wrapped up, and it falls onto the field, and Collins is going to pick up the fumble. And that's something you deal with in weather like this, Bo, and these guys have to be ready. That the fact your arms are sweaty makes that ball slick. You really got to be able to stick that into that running back's gut, and that running back has to be able to collapse on that football. 2 arms on that football. Make sure he secures it before he tries to run. And we just hope a situation like that with a turnover doesn't cost us on the scoreboard.
Gives the Titans good field position here. 1st and 10. The Spencer County 38-yard line. Not something you can really afford to do much against this team, John.
No, this is definitely a better matchup for the Bears this week than what we saw last week with the Bullitt Central Cougars. This is going to take a game to win this.
Oh! This is complete.
Oh, we're going to get a flag on that. Paxton Truitt coming in and laying the wood on the receiver over there. I think they're going to throw a flag with the helmet-to-helmet contact. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Personal foul on the Bears. Helmet-to-helmet contact. And 15-yard penalty, 1st down for the Titans.
Definitely going to back the Bears up right here. It's going to put the ball right around the 20-yard line for the Titans. Double twin set.
Gooden going to keep it himself. He's not going to get far.
He might have lost a little.
Paxton Truitt, amongst others, in on that tackle.
I think they're going to give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by a whole gang of Bears. 2nd and 10.
Spencer County defensive line doing a great job reading that play. We see this a little bit. We talk about this being a pass-happy team, but again, Cade Gooden, we already saw it in their first possession. He can use his legs, and he can use them very effectively. Spencer County keeping their heads up, watching where that football is, waiting for that quarterback draw, that counter, whatever they might see out of him, and they're able to make a play.
Gooden looks across the middle. Ball tapped, incomplete.
I tell you what, that tip ball, that saved him right there. That player, number 1, which this is the one we don't know. I think it's Jaden Martin. But Jaden Martin, receiver there for the Collins Titans, coming across the middle and just sitting there, sitting under that zone coverage that you were seeing from Spencer County. And if it hadn't been for a tip football, he might have not only made a catch, but if he made a man miss, it might have been 6.
Gooden fakes the handoff to Lanehart. Now he's moving. Gets hit as he throws, and it is, what's the call?
It hit the ground. It hit the ground. They're going to give it to him.
They're going to call it a touchdown.
Receiver did not have control of that when he went down to the ground. Number 17.
See here on Country Mart Instant Replay.
Miles Terry, as he went for that. I don't know if we've got a close enough view of it, but you can actually see, at least from our point of view, that ball, it first went into his arms, but then you saw it get jumbled up and loose and hit the ground, and he controlled it after it hit the ground. That pass should not have been ruled a completion.
Miller on for the PAT. And that is no good. Wide left. Right.
That's all
Another
right.
left.
That's all right. We've gotten to use that. Use that from you, Bo. It's okay. We'll work on that this week, folks, and then next week we might work on our shapes and colors too. So we'll get it all lined out for Bo. But still, costly turnover there by Spencer County with that fumble. leading to a Collins Titans touchdown. Spencer County going to get an opportunity, though, to get this drive going again, to try to get things going. They were moving the football. That steady, time, clock-controlling type of a drive that Coach Marksbury likes to have. And still kind of surprised we have yet to see Jarrett Stewart throw the football. So I wonder if we might see a little of that on this drive, too, with an opportunity to maybe open up that defense a little bit. You know, we're seeing safety start to creep up from the Collins Titans. Players starting to read that run first, run first, run first. We get them like that, Bo. We get them crashing in like that. Don't be surprised if Coach Marksbury throws one over their heads and makes them pay for it. There's that reception. It's hard to see, but you can see his arm, his right arm actually come off that football and moved out. You could see some space in that, and that's where that ball was on the ground. Just did not have an official that had a good enough view, and they gave him the benefit of the doubt for the 6.
Brady Smith, Jake Green back deep. First kickoff of the game for Miller. Fielded by Smith at the 1. Going to creep up the sideline, get to about the 22-yard line. Bears will take over 1st and 10.
Brady Smith returns the ball to the 20.
Spencer County needing to answer this right here, I feel, Bo. This is a game that I think both of these teams, they're very well matched. They both have a wealth of talent on both sides of the football. And you can't allow a team like Collins to get too much of a cushion on you, or it's going to be very difficult to battle back into this game.
Actually marked that ball at the 24-yard line. Bears 2 out wide to the left. Handoff goes to Armstrong up the middle. Again, Lanehart right there.
Yeah, I don't know if it was easy for our viewers at home to see, too, but that football not really tucked very well either. A little bit of issue with that handoff. May have been what kind of slowed Armstrong down with his first step, trying to secure that football before he made contact in there. Able to pick up a yard, maybe a touch under a yard, going to bring up a 2nd and 9 for Spencer County.
Handoff goes to Green. Good block by Armstrong. Green breaks free. Gets across the 40. Across midfield. And still on his feet. That's Brody Phelps.
Touchdown Bears!
Brody Phelps. 75-yard touchdown.
That was quick. I'll take that right there. Definitely changed the attitude on the opposing sideline right there as Spencer County. Brady Phelps, and Bo, you mentioned it when it happened. That block to seal off the inside, that sprung him right there. And then he just would not be denied. Running through contact all the way to the end zone. We'll get a view at our Country Mart Instant Replay right after the PAT. Jackson Brown on to kick it.
Kick is up, almost blocked, but it is good. And with 1:44 left to go in the first quarter, Spencer County 7, Collins 6.
Let's look at the Country Mart Instant Replay on this and watch this block. Watch this seal right here as Armstrong able to come around, close off that linebacker to where he's not able to get into the hole. And then after that, Bo, it was all Phelps. Brody Phelps just running through contact, tiptoeing that sideline down through there, and then he just wasn't going to be denied that goal line. Great job by him, great blocking up front. That's a touchdown for the Bears. And you know what? The sun is below the skyline now out there off to our left, and that can only mean one thing: it's going to get a little cooler. That, or we're going to get ate up with skeeters up here on top of this press box.
The sweat is also dropped below my brow.
This is a family program, or I'd talk more about it.
Coach Hall up here standing beside me, not got a drop of sweat on him. He's cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, he always will be.
Dwyer with the kick. Ball fielded about the 12-yard line. Changes course slowed down by Higdon, still on his feet. He's going to get forward to about the 36-yard line.
Good return there.
Return stop by Mala Bears. The Titans take over.
Caleb Higdon, we've called his number a few times on defense already.
36-yard
Wasn't able to make the tackle there, but him slowing that down may have saved a huge play there for the Bears and getting time for some more of these coverage guys to be able to get over to that side of the field, help make the play and get him on the ground. But still, 1st and 10 as Collins going to take over again, Bo, from the 36-yard line.
Minute 32 left to go in the first. It's Tom Lanehart in the backfield with Good. And you got to watch him coming out of the backfield, John. We've seen him catch a touchdown pass on a wheel route last Friday night. This time, fake the handoff to him. Good and keeps it. He's going to get across the 36 to about the 37, maybe 38-yard line.
Jacob Biller coming from his end position there. It looked like he was running a stunt anyway to be able to come around to that side. And able to crash down, pick up the quarterback, be able to get him down on the ground, keep him to a couple yards, and that's kind of what we need to do with an offense like this, Bo. We talked about the game we watched from last week and a very explosive offense. If Spencer County can manage that and be able to keep these short games, it's going to go a long way to how that scoreboard looks at the end of this.
Twins formation for the Titans. Lanehart on Gooden's hip. Gooden rolls out to the left, looks to pass.
They're going to
give it to him.
Interception. Yeah, Paxton Truitt coming across, tiptoeing the sidelines. That's going to be a turnover. First down, Bears. Couldn't see it from here. We couldn't see his feet from here.
Here's the Country Mart instant replay. He leaves his feet, John, to go get this one.
48-yard line.
Yeah, he does. He does just get that foot tapped down as he's making that catch going out of bounds. Great play by him. We talked about him being a player to watch in this football game tonight and what he's able to do in the secondary. He's already been involved with some plays and being able to get some good tackles, to get some things happening for us on defense. And now, Bo, he gives us that ball back. Jack Massey a little slow to get up there, trainer out on the field, coming off on his own power. He's somebody we talked about that was huge in that game last week against Bullitt Central. All said and done, though, we've turnover by Spencer County, which Collins was able to score their touchdown off of. Now the Bears forced a turnover against Collins. 48 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and let's see if we can make something happen here.
Stewart, handoff to Armstrong. Pulls his way across the 45 to the 44-yard line.
So close to getting some space right there, Danny Armstrong. He as he come through that hole, just a little bit of contact there on the left side, dragging him, slowing him down. If he could have found a way to bounce out, maybe just a touch to the right, found a little bit of gap, and he might still be running. Amari McCarty in the game for the Bears.
Handoff to Phelps again. He's going to get forward to the 41. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Your score, Spencer County 7, Collins 6. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
Who is Thoroughbred Asset Management?
We are local financial professionals for local people. We are your hometown coaches.
So see us at your school ball games, your church functions, our local chamber events.
Investing in Thoroughbred Asset Management means investing in you. We are community members with the goal of helping others. We know you work hard for your money. Let Thoroughbred Asset Management help plan a retirement strategy that works for you. We have access to all types of investment options and will form a plan that fits your individual needs. We have the tools and strategies we need to help make your goals become a reality.
Do you know the Heirloom Traditions Company store is now open? You can get everything you need to update your home both inside and out using the incredible all-in-one paint and all-in-one stain. There's lots to enjoy here, and check us out at 33 Progressive Drive, Taylorsville.
Back here at Spencer County High School, we do have a player down on the field right now. Spencer County leads 7-6 as we get ready to start the second quarter in this rivalry game against Collins in our Darty's Body Shop and Service Center game of the week.
Not trying to be too speculative or anything like that, but we do believe that that's Tanner Schuler down, and we were talking about him earlier in the game, how nice it was to have him back. And we're going to take a moment here while we allow him to be attended to. But Spencer County, Bo, first quarter, I'm not sure. Do we have any stats tonight?
We're trying. See what we got here. For Spencer County, 12 rushes, 107 yards. And that's pretty much been their offense. 3 first downs. For Collins, 4 rushes, 24 yards, 5 receptions for 27 yards. Gooden is 5 of 12. 2 of 4 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down. Individually, Brody Phelps for the Bears, 4 rushes, 99 yards. Danny Armstrong, 4 for 9. Jake Green, 2 for 5. No passes yet in the ball game for Spencer County. For Collins, Cade Gooden, 5 of 12 for 27 yards and a touchdown. Running the football, Cade Gooden is 4 for 24. We are going to cut to another quick commercial break, and we'll be back to get this second quarter underway. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
If you're a current resident of Spencer County and you've been contemplating selling your home, now's the perfect time to have a conversation with us at Brown Realty.
Our local teams are experts in the field of Spencer County, and we reach all major counties and cities, helping families along the way.
There are so many great things happening in Spencer County, and Brown Realty wants to help you become part of them.
With experience in new construction and remodeling and everything in between, you can count on Brown Realty to be with you every step of the way.
Coming from humble beginnings, we know a thing or two about keeping families' needs first.
If you're buying or selling, Brown Realty is here to help you every step of the way.
Brown Realty is proud to be the largest real estate brokerage located right here in Spencer County, with local agents, local knowledge, and a passion to assist others.
At Acadia Counseling, we offer a professional, down-to-earth approach for adults, families, couples, and adolescents who are looking for lasting results in a non-judgmental environment. Located in St. Matthews and offering telehealth straight to your phone or Wi-Fi enabled smart device, Acadia Counseling offers evening and weekend appointments. Give us a call or schedule from our website and create a brighter future for yourself or a loved one.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
The Cooperative Extension Office is here to serve all residents of Spencer County with educational and research-based programs. We offer programs for youth 5 to 18 years old through our 4-H program, where youth can make the best better. We offer free soil testing, and if you love to get your hands dirty, consider becoming a master gardener. We also offer programs for prevention, wellness, and individual family development, or you can check out our homemaker groups. We are located at 100 Oak Tree Way off Highway 44 in Taylorsville, Kentucky. Come in and see us or check us out on our website or Facebook.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
Century, the People's Bank has been assisting our community with their financial needs. The key to that success has been the close connections we have made with the people in the community that we serve. Come in today at our main office located in the historic downtown Taylorsville at 23 West Main Street, or at our branch located at 5511 Taylorsville Road in Fisherville, and see how we can serve you. The People's Bank is proud to support the efforts of our local athletic program. Go Bears!
Do you know the Heirloom Traditions Company store is now open? You can get everything you need to update your home both inside and out using the incredible all-in-one paint and all-in-one stain. There's lots to enjoy here, and check us out at 33 Progressive Drive, Taylorsville.
If you're a current resident of Spencer County and you've been contemplating selling your home, now's the perfect time to have a conversation with us at Brown Realty.
Our local teams are experts in the field of Spencer County, and we reach all major counties and cities, helping families along the way.
There are so many great things happening in Spencer County, and Brown Realty wants to help you become part of them.
With experience in new construction and remodeling and everything in between, you can count on Brown Realty to be with you every step of the way.
Coming from humble beginnings, we know a thing or two about keeping families' needs first.
If you're buying or selling, Brown Realty is here to help you every step of the way.
Brown Realty is proud to be the largest real estate brokerage located right here in Spencer County, with local agents, local knowledge, and a passion to assist others.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School. We are going to go over some scores, John, as Tanner Schuler is being taken off the field. Have Kate Gooden coming across the field to see him too. But, John, a few scores from the area. Nelson County leads South Oldham 6-0 right now. Anderson County over East Jessamine 14-0.
Yeah, you got the entire Collins team coming over.
It's always cool to see like that. Anyway, North Oldham leads DeSales 14-10. North Oldham with a big victory last week over Fern Creek. Lafayette and Henry County are tied at 7. Bullitt Central, who Spencer County defeated last week, leads Lincoln County 14-0. And that's all I have right now. I really wanted to see the Trinity Frederick Douglass is probably the big game in the state this week, John. game being played down in Lexington.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder, though. I know there were some games that got pushed back on their kickoffs with the heat being the way it is. And, I mean, some of those games could have had, change of schedule or whatever. And if we get some scores, we'll definitely get you that information. Officials going to allow the players to warm up again a little bit here just to try to keep them loose, try to avoid getting some cramps out here in this heat. And Bo, that first quarter of play, it's what we kind of have to talk about right now. Spencer County, other than that one fumble, really looked like they were in control of a lot of that quarter.
They really did. They moved the ball well. They shut down, really. I mean, Gooden was 5 of 12, so he's not really been that accurate. So had a couple drops throwing the football, and the one touchdown that they did get, to me, is still in question. It probably was a catch, but a little close to call. And
I'll call it. It wasn't.
But big night tonight so far, 99 yards in the first quarter from Brody Phelps, and that's good to see, John. He was at minus 2 yards last week, and that seems like that's something Coach Marksbury wanted to get to right away and get him on the horse, get him going.
Yeah, and he is that type of player that can get you going like that. And I tell you, the things that have impressed me the most in this game, we talked about Paxton Truitt, being a player to watch and what he's been able to do in that secondary. And then right here, the end of the quarter, being able to come up with that interception to be able to give the ball back to the Bears here. Beginning of the second quarter here, and give them a chance to kind of answer that score Collins had with their turnover and the touchdown they were able to get. But overall, I think the biggest thing I'm seeing and the best thing I'm seeing out of the Spencer County Bears, in talking about Paxton Truitt, is him and that secondary doing a great job locking down these receivers, making it difficult for them. Then we talked about our other player to watch from Collins, Shai Gazaway, not really having a huge effect on Spencer County right now, able to avoid him with the runs up the middle and then getting the ball to the outside as quick as we're able to with some of those sweeps. He's just not been anything that's really kind of mattered to the Bears on offense right now.
John, you're the football guy. As a player on the sideline, you see a teammate go down like that.
Yeah.
What's your mindset? What do you have to do to you don't want to say forget about it, because you never do. But,
you never do.
But what do you do to turn your attention back toward this game and get back on the horse again?
This first play is everything, and that's what it really takes. You go out here on this first play, you get this one under your belt. It's almost like last week being the opening of the season with the first game, how you try to get that under your belt. Now we get this play under the belt. Most of these players right now, I'm going to tell you, we might have cheerleaders on the sidelines. We might have a band playing in the stands. We might have all this crowd cheering for them. 99% of those players don't hear any of that when they're out there on the field. It's just locked into what that game is. And this little pause, that's what it's going to take just to kickstart them again. If you can get that started again, go out there on this first play, get that under your belt, Spencer County will do fine. Now, I will say, Tanner, you watch this later or you kick it on now or whatever's happening here, buddy, we're praying for you. We hope the best for you and your recovery. Spencer County, though, also, they kind of had an opportunity to play without him last week. And so this is something that it's known to these players what they have to do. The substitutes have been on the field for him where he was already out for an illness, and now Spencer County gets the ball back.
3rd and 3 for the Bears. Handoff goes to Phelps. He plows through, gets across the line to gain. Flag comes in the middle.
I think they're going to get a hold here on Spencer County. See what the official's going to give us. That's going to be the call. Oh, they're going to give a chop block, I believe, on Spencer County. That's going to back them up.
Chop block on the Bears.
Going to be a pretty big penalty there on Spencer County. Backing them up.
A 15-yard penalty.
15 yards from the spot of the foul. Still going to be 3rd down, but, boy, it's going to be a long 3rd down.
Going to get that one up to about the 50-yard line. Brady Smith.
Brady Smith, Ryan Toby there too, trying to help carry his teammate further down the field, but that penalty is going to prove costly for the Bears, as it's going to be 4th and 11, and it's going to force the punt unit out onto the field.
John, this is something we didn't really see last week either.
Yeah, Spencer County have to punt, yeah.
Dwyer gets off a good one. Fielded at the 20, slips and falls. We're going to mark him down at the 21-yard line.
You got to wonder about the condition of that field right now, Bo. Of course, we know field very well taken care of, been watered, things like that. Now, as the suns went down, as high as the humidity was today, as that dew and that moisture starts to settle a little bit, you might see some slick conditions on the field and some difficult footing for some of the athletes out there. But nonetheless, Collins will take over about the 17-yard line.
$11 minutes to go in the first half. Spencer County leads 7-6. Four wide. Handoff goes to Lanehart. Bounces off one tackler.
Oh, and he
shut down by several Bears.
Jacob Beeler leads them all, the Bears.
Jacob Biller. John Winstead, part of that right there. I believe Brody Phelps in on that tackle. Paxton Truitt getting up off the field from that. Ian Blanford there to help clean it up, too. Just a host of Spencer County players in making that tackle on Lanehart. And we know what type of player Lanehart is on defense and how he's able to get up the middle as a linebacker. I mean, they don't come much tougher than Lanehart. And for them to stand him up like that, that's a great job by the front.
2nd down and 10. This time called run by Gooden. It's going to get out of bounds about the 24-yard line.
Kay Gooden just taking what the defense would give him right there as he got along around to the outside. And really a smart play by a quarterback there, knowing that he needs to avoid getting hit too often. Goes out of bounds with the gain that he had. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4 for the Titans.
Pass incomplete. Caleb higged him with the lick on Zayden Baker.
Disconnecting that football from the receiver. Great play by him. 4th and 4.
4th and 4 for the Titans.
Coach Lucas not willing to gamble this far into his own end of the field. Going to bring the punt unit out. Spencer County's going to get the ball back here, Bo.
Brady Smith and Jake Green back deep. Baker just now making his way off the field. Gage Miller on to punt.
Players coming in late the last couple plays for Collins off the sidelines, and that's
got to be getting close to delay a game.
Nice punt. Nice
Miller. It's going to hit at the 30 and take a Spencer County bounce back to about the 33-yard line.
After the punt, the Bears take over from their own 22-yard line. 1st and 10.
Yeah, Jinx, you owe me a Coke, by the way, on that nice punt.
Yeah.
But no, that's a great job there by Miller to be able to flip the field on the Bears. Spencer County going to take over on the 33-yard line. You know, last possession, able to connect on the long run. Let's go down to our sideline reporter. We got Blaine down here on the sideline. What do you have, Blaine?
Spencer County's defense really setting the tone at the start of this game, neutralizing the threats of Collins. Going to have to continue to do that to win this game.
Yes, they are. Brady Smith takes the handoff. Is going to lose about 4 yards on that.
Yeah, you're going to have some upset coaches with that right there. Players, it's always difficult when you see a running back get tackled, especially in the backfield, and he has guys around him from his own team watching him getting tackled. They got to get a hat on the guy in front of them, got to be driving down the field. Can't afford to take too many losses like this with a run-first type of an offense that we have. Going to bring up a 2nd and 15.
Loss of 5 on that play. Handoff, Green makes a guy miss. He's going to lose a couple.
They're going to give him forward progress. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 15.
Still, it's going to be 3rd down and a good solid 3-wood off a tee right here for Spencer County.
$8:42 left to go in the first half. Smalley out wide to the right. Stewart rolls out to the right, looks to pass. Now looks back toward the middle. Nat is running for his life. Throws on the move, does that behind Green. More just getting rid of it there, John.
Yeah, I think so. Green was there. I think, of course, I would say a miscommunication, but in a play like that falls apart, there's really no communication. But Green broke back to the inside. Stewart, I don't think it was ready for him to break back to the inside. Also, anytime you're running with the football like that, like Jarrett Stewart was, and you go to throw the ball's going to trail and tail off the direction that you're running. And so between Jake Green making that break, Jarrett Stewart running the opposite direction, it just wasn't likely to happen.
Dwyer gets the punt off. It's going to go out of bounds somewhere around the 45.
We'll see where they're going to spot the ball. And that's where they're going to put it.
After the punt, the Titans take over from their own 45.
So twice now we've seen situations where Spencer County, once on defense, once on offense, have had a costly penalty that's ended up hurting them. And a situation like this was a drive killer, the penalty earlier in the game that allowed that touchdown to happen. And, things like that are things that Spencer County is going to need to continue to work on. Now, I will admit, we've seen a lot less flags this week than we did last week.
We have. But, that's normal in games early on in the season like that.
Yep.
Five wide, empty backfield for Gooden. Quick pass out to the flat. Pass is caught by Davis. It's going to go out of bounds.
It's going to be just shy of the 46. Bring up a 2nd and 1.
Made by number 10, Braxton Phillips. 2nd and 1.
Coach Lucas finding the Bears in a little bit of a soft coverage type of a situation and willing to just do those little quick throws underneath, taking what the defense gives them and being able to pick up 9 yards on that.
2nd down and 1. Pitch.
Oh!
For a big loss.
Brody Phelps coming in, being able to clean that up is going to take him back about 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and around 6.
And 6.
Great defensive play there. Bears needed that.
Back to the Collins side of the field. Seven and a half minutes left. 3rd and 6. Gooden drops back. Now rolls out to the left. Nowhere to go. He's going to tuck it and run, get out of bounds.
He's not going to get there.
He's going to be about 2 or 3 yards short.
Pushed out of bounds by Mall Bears. Coming up 4th and 3.
Let's mark the ball at the 48-yard line.
Wouldn't be surprised Coach Lucas go for it right here. 7.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Trying to keep some momentum on his side here before he goes into the locker room at halftime, knowing Coach Marksberry and the offense he runs can easily evaporate that clock off of there, the 7 minutes.
Quick pass. It is complete.
Great coverage there by Caleb
Miles
Higdon.
Terry.
Caleb Higdon coming up, making the lick on the receiver. Receiver doing a good job being able to hold on to that football, and that's going to move the sticks. Bo, I'm feeling just I don't want to say a cool breeze, but it's a temperate breeze.
Standing in front of a hairdryer breeze.
Yeah, about.
Of course, I wouldn't know anything about a hairdryer.
No, you would never need to know anything about a hairdryer.
1st and 10 for the Titans. Ball at the Spencer County 43-yard line. 3 out wide to the left. Gooden drops back. Now rolls to the left. Comes back to the middle. Pass is complete. Tackled by Smalley.
It's going to be enough for a first down for the Collins Titans. About a 13-yard pass play on first down. Moving the sticks.
Tackle made.
And Collins just really honestly happy, Bo, just finding those soft spots in front of the defenders. Sitting in those, being able to complete these passes. You know, they're not the big plays that we saw them make against Shelby County, but, you know, it's enough to keep this drive alive, keep the chains moving.
Gooden again rolls to the left, being chased by Massey and taken out of bounds.
Great job there by Jack Massey to be able to get to Gooden. Gooden, very, very speedy quarterback over there.
With a sack on the quarterback.
We talked about with our keys to the game, contain, contain, contain. Cade Gooden, somebody you cannot allow to get that corner. Jack Massey there to make a great play on defense. It's going to bring up about a 2nd and 14.
Yep. Yeah. Loss of 5 on the play. Clock continues to run, now down toward 5 minutes.
Yeah, and Coach Luke is happy with that clock running, trying to give Coach Marksbury, if he is able to get the ball back, as little time as he can in the end of this first half.
Empty backfield. Bears are coming. And that leaves running lanes for Gooden. He's going to get the ball. Fumble. Bears football.
Let's see what the officials say. Bears are on it. They're marking him down. First down, Spencer County. Of course, Collins going to argue that Gay Gooden was down before the ball came out. Let's look at the Country Mart instant replay. Cade going to cut back up to the inside, starts getting that contact. There, the ball's out before his knee goes down to the ground. Great call by the officials. Spencer County's going to take over with just under 5 minutes left to go in the second half. And, Bo, this is the opportunity Spencer County gets to maybe double dip. If they can put some points on the board to end this half, they're going to get the ball back to start the second half.
Stewart looks to pass. He's got Phelps across the middle, complete. Phelps gets up to about the 39-yard line. Be a pickup of 17.
You know, we've been talking about it for a little bit when Jarrett Stewart was going to get a chance to air it out.
Good for another.
Collins, safeties have been cheating up, and they've been sitting. If you watch number 6 here, he's sitting. He's watching the run. And then by the time that ball's caught, he's got a long way to go to even get up to where Phelps is. So many of those players look and run, as that's the first time Jarrett Stewart's put the ball in the air in this game.
Pickup of 18, actually, on that play. 1st and 10 Bears. Handoff. Come around the left side. That is Green. He's going to get across the 45.
Lanehart coming over there from his middle linebacker spot to make that tackle. Still, nice pickup for Jay Green, the freshman right there. 6 yards on the first down carry. Going to bring up a 2nd and 4.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts for Coach Marksbury as we go under 4 minutes. Handoff, Armstrong plows across midfield, gets up to about the 47-yard line. That'll be good enough for a Bears first down.
Lanehart again in on the tackle for the Titans. But, Bo, we're seeing him make that tackle further down the field now. He's having a hard time being able to really make much penetration and much effect on the plays at the line of scrimmage. I don't mind Lane Hart making those tackles when they're 4 or 5 yards downfield. That'll keep the sticks moving. Spencer County picks up the first down. Amari McCarty going to check in for Armstrong at fullback.
Handoff to Green. Green across the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. Pick up a 3.
Jay Green with a 4-yard carry.
Clock continues to move as we're coming upon 3 minutes left to go in the first half. This is the beauty of the wing T-Bow. This is an offense that as long as you're being effective, as long as you're able to get those positive yardage, you can control the clock. And Coach Marksbury is doing just that very thing right now as we're down to almost 2:45 left to go in the first half. With Spencer County will have a 2nd and 7.
Green out, Phelps back in. Bears got to go. Phelps out wide to the right, Smalley to the left. Stewart rolls. We're going to get a penalty flag down. Stewart's going to run it.
Should be one right here, too.
The 40 to about the 38-yard line, but it's probably coming back, John.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a hold. That's what the call is going to be on Spencer County. Going to back them up 10 yards.
On the Bears.
We'll really back them up here. It's going to look like it's bringing up about a 2nd and 17-ish.
5-yard penalty. 3 plays, 2nd down.
It's a 5-yard penalty, John, but that cost them about 17 or 18 yards.
It's actually a 10-yard penalty.
10 yard, yes. Yeah. Ball's out. Spencer County falls on it.
Going to be no gain. Jake Green kind of gets up a little bit hobbled. Brody Phelps going to check in for him.
16.
Clock's still running here. Kind of surprised we didn't see Coach Lucas call a timeout after that play, being 3rd and long. Trying to save some clock, maybe give his offense a chance to take a shot before halftime. So we mentioned it there a little bit ago. Spencer County will receive the kick to start the second half.
Stewart dropped the pass. It's going to Smalley deep into double coverage.
He got it! He got it! First down, Bears!
Down to the 15-yard line. Smalley goes in double coverage. We have a Titan player down on the field.
And that's Shy Gazaway down on the field.
The Country Mart instant replay.
Great job there by Smalley. And just watch how he's able to work through contact. Corner, hand on him, looks back for the football, but even as the ball gets there, still contacting Smalley as he's able to concentrate, knowing he's got that safety coming across to hit him, be able to keep a hold of that football. Shia Smalley, the injured Collins player, up under his own power, jogging off the field right now. Spencer County.
31-yard reception.
Down to the 15-yard line, Bo. We got something cooking right here. First down Bears, and we still have 1 timeout.
Still got 3 timeouts.
Oh, we do have 3 timeouts,
After
don't we?
that catch, it's good for another. 1st and 10 for the Bears from the Titans' 15-yard line.
Gazaway off the field right here. You got to wonder if we won't see something up the middle on this, or even if they can hit, say, a 4-hole or a 5-hole.
Smith goes in motion.
Ball's on the ground.
Picked up by the Bears. Actually advanced about a yard there, John. Got lucky on that one.
Yeah, Jarrett Stewart Just a little bit of a rough exchange between he and the center. Don't think he ever really had good control of the football when he came out from under.
Bring up 2nd and 9. And off Armstrong. He's got it in the room. Touchdown Bears! Danny Armstrong with a 14-yard run up the middle. And you take that, John, with Gazaway out of the lineup. That created a hole that Lanehart can't fill by himself.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened there. You get Lanehart actually leaning the way that Gazaway was going to be missing from, trying to help out his defensive end. Just too much ground for number 44 to try to cover at his middle linebacker spot.
Can't see for the smoke.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Touchdown run is good for another $25 donation from Earl Browning of Kentucky Farm Bureau.
But yeah, Lanehart couldn't cover all that ground at that second level. Giving that ball to the up back there to Danny Armstrong, giving him an opportunity to get some momentum going downhill. Great call by Coach Marksberry. Great job by the Bears, putting another 6 on the board. And
24 seconds left to go in the half. Bears
and that's
14-6.
That's clock management right there, too. You've got to be impressed with Coach Marksberry and how he called that offense to be able to get the ball down the field, leaving very limited time for Coach Lucas to work with in this half.
Dwyer on the kick for the Bears. Got an early score from Lexington. Trinity 7, Frederick Douglass nothing.
I will say, just nice to see Shia Gazaway on the field, out here blocking on as part of the receiving team. Young man going to be able to continue through the game.
Kick. Fielded by Miles Terry. Still on his feet. It's going to go down about the 24-yard line.
Jack Massey being able to get down the field there and get around him and not letting go. This is what we were talking about, the impact he had last week, him and Noah Krupp, and what they were able to do defensively and making some tackles there. Jack Massey coming up the field, being able to keep that runner from getting a lot of momentum coming back with the return. Going to put the Collins Titans around the 25-yard line. 18 seconds left to go in the half. And, Bo, right here, you got to wonder exactly what is Coach Lucas going to pull out of his bag to end this half. Going to see 5 wide here from the Titans.
No doubt they've got to throw the football. Gooden rolls. Now he's going to run. Now throws back, batted down.
And again, Jack Massey in there
Even Sutherland
pressure.
batting that down.
Yeah, Jack Massey getting that pressure, though, on Cade Gooden as he rolled to the outside. Not letting go of him, making sure he affected that play. Cade Gooden really nowhere to go, just kind of throwing that football away, and lucky not to have that picked off as he's throwing it into traffic.
10.9 seconds left. Probably got enough time for 2 plays here, John, if you can get out of bounds quick or throw an incomplete pass.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, they also sitting with 3 timeouts. So anything that's live, Coach Lucas, get that timeout to be able to stop that clock and get one more in. But I'm with you. More than likely 2 plays.
Handoff. It's going to get forward to about the 35-yard line.
The clock never stopped.
Just a little short. He didn't get the first down. The clock should not stop.
Tackle made by number 8, Aiden Trammell.
Yeah, officials, I believe. No, they have.
Timeout taken by the Titans.
There they are giving them the first down. A lot of confusion right here, what's going on with the spot of the football. Official going to give him the first down, which would have stopped the clock for the chains to move. Coach Lucas, though, needing to use one of his timeouts right there to be able to get the ball snapped again. 2.5 seconds left to go, and so far been a pretty good half played by the Spencer County Bears.
Trinity and Frederick Douglass now tied at 7.
Coach Eldridge out on the field directing his secondary. You got to imagine last thing he told those boys after that timeout was nothing gets behind you. Nothing gets behind you. That's
Speed
the only
is
thing
on
that
the
matters.
field. Pass is complete. And horn blows. That'll be the last play of the first half. As we come to the end of the first half, Spencer County leads 14-6.
We're going to hang on here for a second, see if we can get Blaine, if he can catch Coach Marksberry going into the locker room here at halftime. Great first half, though, by Spencer County. As we mentioned, is going to get the ball back to start the second half. Great time for them to go in the locker room right now, cool off a little bit, get some fluids in them. Got to keep those fluids coming in. As even though it's dark here now, Bo, it's still pretty warm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely warm, and we've lost our breeze. But let's go down to Blaine, as he's going to have Coach Marksberry here going into the locker room and see what he has to say.
It's Collins' offense. How do you look to continue to capitalize it off of it in the second half?
Well, I mean, we made some adjustments on our defense from last week, and it paid off. We got Luke Paxton up a little bit closer to the line. It's more natural for him, and he got under that route just like he'd worked on all week and got that interception, which was a huge play. And that getting that touchdown right there before half and actually getting 2 possessions pretty much back to back is huge. But we just got to take care of the ball, and 44 is a beast, but he's playing both ways, and on special teams, we're just hoping we can just keep working on him and wearing him out a little bit and see if he just starts slowing down as the game goes along. But, we got some things to fix on offense, and we kind of got an idea of what they're doing, and hopefully we can have some success in the second half.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you, Blaine. And John, we're going to go to our half. Spencer County leads over Collins 14-6. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School. It's halftime of the Dougherty's Body Shop Service Center game of the week. Collins and Spencer County. Spencer County leads 14-6. As you see our future Bears running out onto the field and future Bears cheerleaders. Again, John, we talk about this every time they do it. They do it for basketball, too. It's one of our favorite nights.
It is.
To see these kids out here.
It is, and we've talked about having some of these kids. Okay, Blaine, but I'm sorry. We're hearing in our ears right now. That's kind of why I was stumbling a little bit. We got Blaine back on the sidelines again. I believe he has Phillips down there. Michael Phillips, good to see you, buddy. What do you got, Blaine?
Hello, I'm here with our principal, Mr. Phillips. I want to ask him a couple of questions regarding school. First, I want to ask you, how's the school year started for you?
Blaine, it's been great, man. I mean, we had a great start. We're about a
The
month in
Stallions
now.
season opener will be next
we have great
Saturday,
students. We have great
September
families.
7th.
Our staff showed up prepared. They were rested from the summer. We were really excited. The vibe in our building is really good. You look at this environment right here, like we're trying to grow academically. We're trying to grow athletically. We're trying to create a culture where kids want to be. And we're trying to create a 4-year experience for kids that when they look back, they'll remember. And I think we've had a great start to that this year.
Yeah, and what are you most excited about for the school year?
Just everything. I mean, we're at 996 kids enrolled. It's by far the largest number we've ever had at Spencer County High School. That's just a testament to our district, to our elementary schools, to our middle school, and we just get to build off their momentum. And when these kids come to us as ninth graders, we try to set that culture and hold some high expectations in kids. We're big believers in that. We want to hold kids accountable and families, and we look at it as we're just a partner in this educational process. So when I think about the year, I just try to get daily wins, to be honest with you. I tell our staff all the time, if we show up and approach every day just like you would a practice or anything else, the results will take care of themselves as you get down the road, So we show up every day. We greet our kids at the front door. We truly love what we do and where we're at. So that's just every day. I look forward to every day, man. That's just what I love doing. I'm blessed to not have a job. I'm just kind of blessed to show up and get to hang out with kids like you and just provide that environment. So it's a great school year. We got a lot to build off of. Basketball last year. Great test scores are going to be coming out here in a few weeks. Just a real good vibe right now, Spencer County High School.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I appreciate it, Blaine. Good job.
Thank you, Blaine, and thank you, Mr. Phillips.
El Capitan, as I would call him down there.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He'll get the Howie chair. Yeah, retired sideline reporter Michael Phillips.
Yeah,
we kicked him out.
He wouldn't be retired. He's not retired by choice, but it is nice to see him tonight. He able to come over and talk to us before the game. And but no, Bo, we're talking about the future Bears night, and even last week we got a chance to talk about the culture that's being developed in Spencer County and how important these youth programs are at feeding our high school programs, and we've seen it with even with Jake Green and the impact he's had as a freshman this year, where last year as an 8th grader playing for the Spencer County Grizzlies, and the talent that's coming up from that is why we are perennially having good team after good team after good team.
And it all starts right here.
It does.
It wasn't long ago that kids that's in Jake's school, well, I mean, even the seniors, we've done this forever.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago they ran out on this field on Future Bear Night. So it's always kind of neat to see and then see the growth of the kids in the community as we go along. And Mr. Phillips, right, this school continues to grow and grow and grow, and we're pushing 1,000 students over here right now, and it's never been like that here.
No, and it's awesome to see the county grow the way that it has. The people coming into the area, it's just we've got a wonderful community in Spencer County, and I'm proud to live here. But Bo, you got some stats for us, maybe?
I do. We'll go over some team stats here first for the Collins Titans. They have 10 rushes for 42 yards, 9 completions for 70 yards. So, John, the Bears defense has held this Collins offense to 112 yards in the first half. Collins only has one penalty for 5 yards. They're 2 of 6 on third down, 2 of 2 on fourth down. And for Spencer County, they have 21 rushes for 137 yards, 2 receptions for 57 yards. And Jarrett Stewart is 2 of 3. We have 4 penalties for a total of 54 yards, 1 of 6 on third down. So we'll look at some individual stuff. And the leaders first for the Bears in the running back room, Brody Phelps, 4 rushes for 99 yards. Danny Armstrong, 6 for 30. Both of those with a touchdown. Jake Green, 6 for 14. Jarrett Stewart, 1 for 1. And Brady Smith, 4 for -7. But he got caught up in that one where he lost big on that one that was no doing of his.
Yeah.
And on the passing side, Jarrett Stewart, 2 of 3 for 57 yards. For Collins, Cade Gooden, 9 of 18 for 70 yards and a touchdown. And running the football, Cade Gooden has run the ball 7 times for 37 yards. Brody Haggard, once for 10 yards. Lane Hart, 1 for 0. And Joel Watson Rhodes, once for -5. So big story to me is the Spencer County defense in this first half of this game.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. The play from the linebackers and the defensive line, how they've been able to, for the most part, contain and get pressure on Cade Gooden when he is in the backfield or trying to run. And then the secondary, Bo, has just been phenomenal. Yeah, we've given up a few passes. That's going to happen. We saw it, really started to see it when the Bears were dropping into a little bit deeper zone on the back end, and you had receivers for Collins being able to come out, sit in those soft areas, get in front of that coverage right there, make it a little bit easier to get the completion that they had, and Spencer County coming up and making the tackle. And so it was really – Coach Lucas with Collins was really going back to that, I'm going to have to nickel and dime these guys to be able to move the football. The big plays just weren't there for Collins like we've seen before. And then speaking of big plays, play of the game last week was Smalley with the reception on the post for the touchdown. And right now, he's up there towards the top of the list with that catch.
Again this week.
I mean, that was a beautiful, beautiful play by him, be able to go through contact knowing he was going to get hit and still be able to come down with that reception. And again, 2 or 3 passing for Jarrett Stewart, which obviously is not a lot of opportunities, but still, we talked about in the beginning of the game, the poise that he's showing in that pocket and getting a good ball released. You know, the one he did miss was the one to Jake Green right in front of us, and it was a busted play. Jake zigged, Jarrett zagged, and the ball went in between. And so it was really kind of a busted play situation anyway. But to be a set-up passing type of play, Jarrett Stewart's done well.
Taylorsville Community Church players to watch tonight, John. For Collins, we talked about Shy Gazaway. Really not called his name a whole lot tonight, other than when he was down on the field that one time. But it did make a difference when he wasn't in the game. Danny Armstrong ran that one up the middle for a touchdown. Yeah. But on the Spencer County side, Paxton Truitt tonight, he got the interception over here diving out of bounds and took about all of his 6'3" frame to bring that in. And then there's been a couple tackles out there where he's laid the wood.
He has. And to look at him, you know, you put pads on a kid and it adds bulk, I'll say. And Paxton, brother, you watch this. This is not a dig on you at all. But, you know, he's not going to be the beefiest kid on the field. No. And to go out there and to play the way he's playing in that secondary, you know, he's leading his DBs and making sure people are in the right position, playing that safety position, able to come up and make some huge plays on some of these receivers, whether it's the big hits, whether it's the interceptions. He's playing like a grown man in that backfield tonight, Bo.
We're going to take one more quick break here at halftime. We're still about 3.5 minutes away from the kick. And when we come back, we'll go over some scores from around the area. Your score at the half, Spencer County 14, Collins 6. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
Is your laundry taking forever to dry? Are your energy bills reaching unseen highs? It's time to call in the Dryer Vent Squad. According to the National Fire Protection Association, lint ignition and failure to clean are major causes of dryer fires. A clogged dryer vent also costs more in energy bills because it takes more time to dry, leading to stress on your appliance. At Dryer Vent Squad, we're not just cleaning vents, we're saving you time and money while keeping your home safe. Our experienced professionals ensure that your dryer vents are free from lint and debris, drying clothes faster, saving you money, and preventing potential fire hazards. Choose us for affordable cleaning, inspections, and repairs for all residential and commercial dryer vent systems. Life is stressful enough. Eliminate the worry over a potentially hazardous dryer vent by calling us today.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
For over a century, the People's Bank has been assisting our community with their financial needs. The key to that success has been the close connections we have made with the people in the community that we serve. Come in today at our main office located in the historic downtown Taylorsville at 23 West Main Street, or at our branch located at 5511 Taylorsville Road in Fisherville, and see how we can serve you. The People's Bank is proud to support the efforts of our local athletic program. Go Bears!
Welcome back to Spencer County High School. Halftime of the Doherty's Body Shop and Service Center game of the week.
Your Spencer County High School dance team.
Spencer County leads Collins 14-6. And John, let's go over some scores from around the area. A few teams we like to keep an eye on. Anderson County leads the East Jessamine 21-0. Boyd County over Bell County. I have to throw the Eastern Kentucky scores in every once in a while, John. South Oldham, a future opponent of the Bears, leads Nelson County 28-6. Both of those are future opponents of the Bears. North Oldham leads DeSales 20-10. No score from the Corbin-North Hardin game. Henry County leads Lafayette 17-7. Bullitt Central leads Lincoln County 28-0. And I believe that's about all I have. Let's see. We do have a score here on the Trinity-Frederick Douglass game. Trinity leads 13-7 with 4:18 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, easily the game of the week right there in the state with Trinity and Frederick Douglass. I mean,
winner of that's got bragging rights in 6A until the playoffs.
Oh, they do. They do. And that's a massive game being played over in Lexington tonight. And really be interested to see how that one turns out. Spencer County, though, again, great first half by them. Going to receive the kick to open up the second half.
Going to put probably about 2 or 3 minutes here, John, back on the clock. And
yeah, they're going to do 3 more minutes. That's exactly what they're going to do.
So we got to come up with more to talk about.
It's not that hard, is it? I think we can pull that off pretty easy in what we're seeing out of this game. And you start looking at Spencer County's rushing attack, though, and we talk about a lot of these running backs. We talk about what they've been able to do. This offensive line, though, has been incredible. And some of the blocking that's happened up front, we cannot go without mentioning the big men up front and how easy it's been for some of these rushes to be able to break into open field. They're doing a great job.
Still with a couple starters. I mean, Tanner Schuler not here tonight. Jace Phelps still not playing.
Yep.
And it's starting center. So, I mean, again, you alluded to it when the kids were running out on the field, watching these kids grow from the middle school level, playing with even with the Stallions up to the Grizzlies and then up here with the Bears, growing into the program, and it just shows there's next man up.
It is, and that's really the mindset these guys have to have. Of course, even missing some guys right now on the field, Spencer County's prepared for this. They've worked with these guys to be able to come in, whether it be as a backup situation because a player can't play, or whether it's even on a night like this, as hot as it is, to be able to rotate players in and out and not really lose anything when somebody comes off the field. These coaches have done a great job of doing that. Now really, really, really hoping the coaches were in the locker room making sure these guys got some fluids in them at halftime, even though, like I said, it's cooling off a little. But when I say it's cooling off a little, it's still a hot apple pie sitting on that windowsill right now. It's still hot. But it's not in the oven anymore, but it's still pretty warm.
You always got to go back to food, huh?
I do. I mean, that's just where my mind takes me, So
yeah, I was thinking, I could go off to a different subject. Hey, Squirrel.
Yeah.
I got a message last week during the game of one of our former Lady Bears, Allie Smith, watching the game in Baltimore. And you talked about my daughter Emma watching the game in Richmond last week.
Yeah.
If you're from not here in Taylorsville, we have a Facebook page, GHP-SPORTS Productions. If you'll go to that Facebook page, let us know where you're watching from. We'd like to see how far our reach is, and just give us a shout-out on there. Hey, I'm watching from here. I'm watching from there. I think that's kind of neat to see that. Gage Miller on to start the second half with the kickoff for the Titans. Low line drive kick. Smith takes it on the bounce at about the 8-yard line. Cuts back this way. He's going to get up to about the 25, and that's where the Bears will start 1st and 10.
A little bit of a knuckleball kick that you got from Miller there as he come down, checking up right there in front of Smith, able to get a decent return on that with decent field position where Jarrett Stewart's going to lead his offense out here to take over. And you got to wonder, Bo, we talked about Jarrett Stewart at halftime, 2 or 3 in that first half, not throwing the ball, poorly by any means, and you got to think, is Coach Marksberry going to start opening that up a little bit maybe? I mean, I'm sure we're still going to get a majority of run, going to try to control the clock, but Jarrett Stewart showing himself both last week and in this first half to be an asset to this offense moving the ball.
Big opportunity here for the Bears to double dip after scoring that touchdown late in the second. Handoff, Armstrong up the middle. May have gotten 2. I think they're only going to give him 1.
Yeah, Gazaway in there with the tackle. We mentioned we hadn't spoken his name, talked about him a whole lot that first half.
Danny Armstrong will fight his way for a yard, 2nd and 9.
As he was able to take care of that middle, as Bo, really what it looks like too. I think there was a little bit of change by Coach Lucas and his defensive staff there. Shai Gazaway slid down to a defensive tackle position. He's away from the end, trying to help clog that middle up for the Collins Titans and see if they can be effective. And right there they were, holding Danny Armstrong to just a yard.
This time it goes to Smith. Tries to get around the right edge. Flag does come out.
I have a feeling we're going to see a hold. Waiting to see the officials call.
Here's on the Country Mart instant replay. And have a block in the back maybe.
I think we're going to have a hold, but I think he's looking to Coach Lucas, see if Coach Lucas wants to enforce the penalty or not, as it will be 3rd down if he doesn't. Still the officials talking about this. Going to have a hold. It will be declined.
Holding on the Bears. Penalty is declined.
It's going to bring up 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and about 3rd and 11, maybe a short 12 for Spencer County. And
Stewart looks to pass. Smalley in and out. Incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and 11.
Great ball there by Stewart as well. Smalley looking like as the ball was getting to his hands, turning his head a little bit, looking for that contact, didn't focus, didn't see that ball into his hands all the way, and that's going to send the punting unit out on the field for Coach Marksberry and the Bears.
Dwyer on the punt. Tajari Hardy back deep. Good roll for Dwyer. The ball's going to go down about the 27-yard line.
That's going to be a 49-yard kick, I believe, Bo, for Dwyer. Great roll.
Big 60-yard punt from Drew Dwyer. Titans take over from their own 22.
It's going to put the ball on the 27-yard line for the Titans.
Correction, 27.
They're going to take over there on 1st down. And we're going to get to see Spencer County's defense again. Kind of hurts not to have been able to capitalize on getting the ball first in the second half after scoring right before halftime. But still, this defense, not something I'm afraid of if I'm Coach Marksberry. I don't mind having these boys on the field right now, as they were very, very effective in the first half. And, of course, let's see what kind of adjustments Coach Lucas makes on his offense to try to pick up more first downs.
Gooden, quick pass out to the flat, incomplete. Trying to get it to a Davion Dale.
Once again, Paxton Truitt on the coverage out there, breaking on that ball, being able to jar the receiver right as the ball was getting close to his hands or right about in his hands and be able to knock it loose. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Two out wide to the right, 2 to the left. Gooden looking back for the play call. Called run. Breaks through. He's going to get across the first down marker up to about the 40-yard line.
First down carry made to the Titans' 40-yard line.
If you're Spencer County, you cannot have Cade Gooden running between the tackles and getting that far downfield before there's contact made with him. You've got to be able to get somebody on him, see that quarterback draw coming, and be able to get him down on the ground a little bit sooner. I mean, right then and there, it was inches away from Cade Gooden being able to take that to the house.
Flag on the play.
Likely a procedural penalty here. We're going to have a false start.
On the Titans.
Let's take a look at Country Mart Instant Replay of Cade Gooden's last run up the middle. Great blocking, and as they were able to seal off the linebacker, I mean, nobody's even touching him until he's 10 yards downfield. Spencer County got to read that a little bit better. We talked about in keys of the game, contain, 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 and that number 3 is the one you got to worry about if you're the Bears defense.
Tries to get to another flag's coming out.
We're going to get a hold on Collins on that one, I believe.
Flag on the play.
And that's exactly what it is. Holding on Collins, going to back him up.
Holding.
We talked about this last week in the game against Bullitt Central. It's an easy thing to have happen when you run around the outside. The offensive lineman trying to block a guy that's in front of him, and as that quarterback, that running back, or whoever it is, goes to try to get around that corner, they tend to grab on, not let go, and that's exactly what we've seen there. It's going to back them up 10 more yards. It's going to be 1st and 25 for Collins, back at where they started this drive, Bo, on the 25-yard line.
Five wide. Tunnel screen. It's complete. Going to get across the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Brody Phelps coming up to make that tackle on that tunnel screen.
Brody Phelps with a stop.
Going to bring up 2nd and long still. Looking like about 2nd and 18.
2nd and 18.
You know, Spencer County can afford to be a little soft on their coverage on a play like this, but you don't want to give up too much space. You know, you get one player beat if you're a little bit soft, and they're going to be able to pick up that first down, maybe more.
Gooden looks to pass.
That ball hit the turf. That ball hit the turf. They're going to give him the reception. He's going to gain maybe a couple yards on that play. Maybe, I think they're going to give him about 3 yards on that play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 15.
3rd down.
Collins going to line up with trips on the near side over here, Bo. And look for him, maybe try to throw something underneath, see if they can't pick up this first down.
Gooden. It's going long. He's got a man open. It is complete. Jason Hintz.
First down catch made to the Bears 31. 1st and 10.
You know, we talked about it in keys to the game on that contain, contain, contain. I don't mean to keep harping on it, but I mentioned how Cade Gooden is the type of player that when he throws the ball, if he is in distress, if he is under pressure, he tends to throw a better football. And right there, a lot of contact on him, people trying to get hands on him as he steps through that contact and releases that ball. It's like he didn't get a chance to think about it. Threw a great ball there, first down Collins.
Gooden, again, this time out to the flat. Complete again. Gets down inside the 10. Hit. I believe he got in, John.
Oh, they're going to mark him down. We spent a lot of time bragging about the coverage in the secondary in that first half, and the coverage breaking down right now for Spencer County.
First down catch.
Receiver able to get onto the outside to the boundary out there, and really nobody with him at all. You see that fly route going deep down towards into the middle, and he's clearing out that corner on that side. Nobody taking that out route, giving them an easy opportunity to pick up some big yardage, and it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1 for the Collins Titans.
We'll get a timeout on the field. Sure that timeout was called by Coach Marksbury. I don't know that.
No, we've got player down.
Player down.
Yeah.
Tyler Eldridge is out talking to one of the officials.
Can't tell who's down on the field right now. Coach Eldridge not very happy with his defense, and we're hearing it looks like number 6, which would be Brady Smith, is the Bear that's down. And he's going to get up, and he's coming off under his own power. Of course, we'll have to sit out at least one play. Collins going to come out and set up. Typical, even like this, 1 yard to go to get into the end zone. Collins still spreads that offense out. And Bo, what that's doing, spreading that defense out, making you guard all these guys on the outside and opening up that middle. And Collins with a few opportunities to see if they can pick up a yard here to get some points on the board.
Run up the middle.
I think he might have got across.
Touchdown Titans.
Touchdown by the Titans.
Collins here. You got to wonder if you're Coach Lucas, and I see Cade Gooden staying on the field.
I imagine, go for 2 here.
Imagine you going for 2 to try to tie this game up.
Touchdown carry by number 3, Cade Gooden.
Gooden rolls out to the left. Now he fades back, being chased by the Bears. Now he's throwing it into the end zone. And that
it's good.
Is good. A lot of time that ball was up in the air, John.
Yeah, defense not doing a great job in the end zone there, being able to protect that. And you get a ball thrown up like that, that's something that secondary needs to be ready to jump on and be able to at least make sure this isn't a completed pass. 2 points huge in this game right now. You just cannot allow that guy to get open with that much time with the ball in the air. But still, it's going to leave us 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Ties the game up at 14. Collins gaining back a little bit of momentum on that drive right there. A couple big plays for him to be able to get down there and get close to the end zone and punch it in. Spencer County going to have to come out with some poise. Get another drive going, see if they can answer the Titans here.
Going to have Smalley and Green back deep now for the Bears.
Yeah, Brady Smith still sitting down over here on the side.
Miller on to kick. This one deep, John. Fielded about the 3-yard line by Green. He's going to get it back to about the 15. I think you got to let that one go, John. If that goes in the end zone.
Yeah, that's out to the 20 right there. And of course, freshman light right there, maybe not understanding exactly where he was on the field, the amount of leg that was behind that kick. still, that's going to leave Spencer County with a pretty decent field to have to go down, be able to put some points on the board here. Ball on the 15, 1st and 10. And Brady Smith is still going to be on the sidelines here, Bo, and hopefully that young man's able to return to this game. We are going to see Caleb Higdon come out into that wing position that Brady Smith would usually be in. Of course, Caleb Higdon, big game last week against the Bullitt Central Cougars.
Armstrong up the middle, runs over a guy. He will get forward to about the 38-yard line.
They're going to mark him at the 40.
Nope.
We'll take that. A few extra yards there from the
Danny Armstrong,
25.
Man in the black and white.
Good for another
25-yard gain for Armstrong.
Great hole opened up there by the offensive line. You can see it on the right side of your screen as they're able to blow that open, seal off that linebacker, and Armstrong just untouched until he was well beyond the sticks, picking up the first down.
Stewart looks like he audibles out. Handoff. Got another big run. This time Brody Phelps again running over people.
I like that kind of run.
Brody Phelps running
Up to the 47-yard line.
In the Titans territory, 1st and 10.
Good hard run there by Brody Phelps. Running through contact, keeping those legs churning.
1st and 10 Bears. Moving the ball again. 5:50 left to go in the third.
I know I've made this reference before, and I'm going to have to again. I know some of these young people are going to have to Google this to figure out who I'm talking about, but shades of Larry Zonka right there from Brody Phelps as he was able to move through that contact and get that first down.
Handoff again. Armstrong. He just got tripped up. Another big run by Danny Armstrong.
Shoestring tackle taking him down.
And that's good for another.
Spencer County having their way with the interior of this Titans defense right now, and we talked about it earlier when it comes to Lanehart. We started seeing him playing some offense. Coach Marksberry alluded to it as well. He's playing both sides of the football for Collins often and getting a little bit winded maybe out there. We're not seeing the spring in the step that we saw in the first half, and that could be helping us getting up the middle.
Stewart tries a hard count, steps back. Now back under center. Pitch to Green. Makes a man miss. Gets across the 20. Tackled by Gazaway from behind. Going to get up to about the 18-yard line. That should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, Green going to have to come off the field there losing his helmet. But again, Shy Gazaway hadn't said his name a whole lot in that first half. Another tackle for him, and then we were talking about his speed earlier. How quick he got from the interior of that line where they've got him lined up a defensive tackle tonight, and to be able to get to the outside to Jake Green to make that tackle downfield by, that was a first down run by Jake Green. That's the type of speed we were talking about from Gazaway. I still have some issues with some of his technique. How there's a lack of use of his hands so much and trying to be able to get that offensive lineman out of the way. And he's not firing out straight. But, again, size and speed are two things you can't teach, and Shia Gazaway has them both.
Smalley on the short side of the field. Ball's on the ground. Stewart does get it back. Bears are going to take maybe a yard loss there.
Yeah, I believe they are going to mark him back just about a yard, maybe a little under a yard there.
2nd and 11 for the Titans, 19.
Smith back up running over here on the sideline. He's ready to go.
You're going to have a hard time keeping him out of the game. I'm sure part of that, too, opportunity to get him hydrated on the sideline.
Stewart keeping it himself. He's going to get across to the 15-yard line. Pick up a 4.
It'll be about a third and about 7.
Put that in Armstrong's belly, John. Seen that defensive man crashing down.
Yeah.
Pulled it back out, kept it himself.
Yeah, good read there by Jarrett Stewart, getting that positive yardage there. Giving yourself an opportunity here on 3rd down. Ball at the 15-yard line. We talked about in pregame, too. We were wondering about Jackson Brown's range. And you got to wonder, are we in that range right now? Do we have an opportunity if the Bears do not pick up this 1st down to maybe be able to put 3 on the board?
Timeout, Spencer County.
Spencer County not really having been in that situation yet this year. So, honestly, when I asked the question, what kind of range does Jackson Brown have, we really don't know. But it would be a nice thing to know, and so give us a better idea of what's going on. But still, 7 yards to pick up. We'll hope we can just get that and not have to worry about it. But Spencer County still a great drive in this possession right now to be able to bring the ball up. Started on their own 15-yard line, have driven it to the opponent's 15-yard line, and have been doing it mainly up the middle.
Yeah, Armstrong has had a really good, 2 really good carries here. Of course, Phelps run over a couple.
Court is the largest sports
and it could be, and you wouldn't think that fatigue would be an issue for these, but Lane Hart has been going both ways, and that's something that Coach Lucas actually didn't want to do at the beginning of the year. He said he had 22 starters.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to be able to do, give his players rest, and it's a great way to play the game. We're going to have a false start, I believe, on Smalley. It's going to back him up 5 yards. It's going to make it 3rd and about 12.
False start on the Bears. Five-yard penalty. 3rd and 11.
Stewart looks to pass. Going up high to Smalley. Touchdown Bears!
The concentration. Smalley not taking his eyes off that football, able to come down with it through contact.
Number 17,
and it was there, Bo. It was there. The only critique I have of that play is if Jarrett Stewart throws it a little bit hotter. He didn't lob it so much. Maybe give Smalley a little bit more of a chance without having all that extra contact. But still, Smalley focusing on that football, bringing that in, putting 6 on the board.
And it is good.
Point after attempt is good.
And your score with 2:26 left to go in the 3rd. Spencer County 21, Collins 14.
And Collins coming off the field right here. They are looking a little bit gassed. Spencer County still with a little bit of life in them. Obviously a little momentum in the game right now, and that does a lot to bring that life out. But you deal with conditions like this, and the heat that we've had in Kentucky this week has been insane. I know, Bo, a lot of these area football games were delayed on their kickoff, trying to get it to where a majority of the game will be played at night to try to cool it off and help the players out a little bit. And really, as we get closer and closer to this 4th quarter and the end of the game, conditioning going to turn into a very important factor for these players. You know, both conditioning and the hydrating that they've been able to do yesterday and today to try to get their bodies ready to play in this game.
Dwyer again on to kickoff. Terry, Baker, and Dale back deep for the Titans. Line drive. Fielded by Dale. Gets back across the 20, 25, still on his feet. Going to get up to about the 34-yard line.
Paxton Truitt coming in to clean that up finally and be able to get that receiver down on the field. Pretty decent field position for Cade Gooden to start this drive on his own 34-yard line. And Really important right here for Spencer County defense to answer. You know, that last drive Collins was able to put together, we mentioned it from their game last week. A lot of their stuff was these big chunk plays. When those chunk plays happen for the Titans, a lot of good things happen for those Titans. You know, if we can restrict those chunk plays and make them try to drive the ball, they are just not doing well against the Spencer County defense. So I imagine the secondary probably got a little bit of a talking to on the sidelines over here. Let's see what kind of adjustments they made and if they can slow down this attack by Kay Gooden and his receivers.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Gooden rolls out to the right. Got plenty of time. He's going long, and Phillips got beat. Completion down to number 6.
Catch made at the Bears' 31-yard line.
Dejari Hardy.
That's something difficult for a corner out there when you're on an island. You have to be able to know where your receiver is at all times. The most important thing is keeping track of that receiver. Yes, it's important to know where the football is, but that's a close second. If he does not stay with his receiver, that receiver is going to get open, and we're going to see plays like that all night long.
1st and 10 Titans. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Gooden now he's going to take it. Now he's going to run. Going to pick up about 8 on that play.
2nd and 3. Noah Crop with the stop.
Noah Crop with the tackle there. Going to bring up a second and maybe a long 3 for the Titans. Spencer County needing to come up with a big stand here on defense, try to slow down the momentum the Titans have gained in this second half.
Five wide formation for the Titans. Empty backfield for Gooden. Quick pass out to the flat, complete, good enough for a first down. Miles Terry on the catch.
Kay Gooden picking apart the secondary so far, and this is something we know Spencer County worked on this last week, trying to contain these receivers. But we've seen some of these long chunk plays where we've had receivers on these little bit of fade routes and these out routes and these deep posts and flies and things like that. But we've also have situations like we just saw there, just these little tiny out routes, taking whatever the defense gives them and being able to work the chains down the field. And they're getting really good position here to try to put points on the board again, Bo.
Gooden, design run. Now he's going to pass. That is complete. Up to Terry, into the end zone, but I thought I saw a flag come out. I did not.
I thought I saw something fly too. Collins able to drive down the field, answer the Bears touchdown.
Titans touchdown. Avion Delaney.
Going to see Miller back out on the field here to kick the extra point. It's his second attempt tonight. He missed the first one wide right.
Kick is up, and it is good. And with 10.8 seconds left in the third, your score is tied at 21.
Let's take a look at the Country Mart instant replay on that drive, how they were able to cap it off. And again, Kay Gooden looked like he was going to tuck that ball just long enough to get the corners and safeties to start cheating up. Threw it over their head, able to find a receiver there, gets tackled into the end zone. 6 points for the Collins Titans. Extra point makes it 7. And we are tied 21-21. 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Bo. And Spencer County desperately going to have to try to find a way to get their secondary back into this game. They made some great reads in that first half, played really well in that first half, keeping things in front of them, knocking stuff down, getting those interceptions. Excuse me. But we're still at a spot now. Collins made some adjustments. They've done some things different. They're finding different ways to get that football out into that secondary. Spencer County needing to answer that. If we cannot answer that, then this is going to turn into a game potentially where whoever has the ball last is going to be the one to have a chance to win it.
Miller on the kick for the Titans. Smith and Green back deep. Fields it at the 3. Smith, it's back, gets to the 20. Taken down about the 23-yard line. The Bears will start 1st and 10. Their own 23.
Ray Smith returns it out.
Spencer County trying to follow up the last drive that they had out here, being able to get that touchdown pass to Smalley, but a lot of that done on the ground and a lot of it done between the tackles. Spencer County doing a great job of the offensive line, being able to get those blocks, seal those linebackers, making those holes, and I look for Coach Marksberry to just continue, just to feed the beast here. You're going to try to work this clock.
Handoff up the middle. Armstrong's going to get up to about the 29-yard line, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Your score, all knotted up. Spencer County 21, Collins 21. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
Hi, I'm Kelly Hubbock, and I have been a proud resident of Spencer County for nearly 15 years. As a local real estate agent, I am thrilled to be working with Brown Realty and assisting more of my neighbors and friends right here in Taylorsville with their real estate needs. I can think of no better place to put down roots, both professionally and personally, than in Spencer County. Our community sets itself apart from others in that it possesses a small town atmosphere, in addition to residents who truly go above and beyond to help one another in whatever capacity necessary. Those traits, mixed with the genuine beauty of the county, make me honored to not only live and work here, but to raise my children here as well. And I look forward to working with residents of our community for years to come.
Back here at Spencer County High School, game tied up with Collins Titans, 21-21. Spencer County will come out here after that good run by Danny Armstrong, that first down run, going to set us up with a 2nd and 5 to start this fourth quarter.
Stewart. Pitch goes to Green. Following his blockers. Gets hit. It's going to go down about the 35-yard line. That should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, they're going to move the sticks there. First down, Bears.
Jay Green with a tough 6 yards, but that's good for another. 1st and 10 for the Bears, 35.
Turn it up.
Phelps running over would-be tacklers again. Going to get another first down.
Brody Phelps out there playing like a grown man tonight out there on that field. Some great plays on defense.
And offensively just not being denied yardage.
The Bears 46-yard line.
We tick down to 11 minutes left to go in the game.
Phelps again. This time he's going to go down about the 48. Pickup of 2.
Good hard run there.
2 yards, 2nd and 8.
By Brody Phelps, able to pick up a few yards on first down. What do you got there, Bo?
Lanehart in on that tackle.
Oh, yeah. We've called his name a lot tonight. Number 44, the Mike linebacker for the Collins Titans. Very talented linebacker in the middle, Coach Lucas has.
Armstrong gets across the 45 up to about the 43-yard line.
Oh, and that's got to be a flag.
And there comes the flag.
Jacarius Bolin, number 56 for the Collins Titans, with that late shove.
Danny Armstrong fighting forward in the Titans territory. Personal foul.
Going to get a personal foul on the defense. It's going to be another 15 yards. That's not going to make Coach Lucas happy on that far sidelines to have a player lose his cool like that.
Going to mark the ball all the way down at the 28-yard line of the Titans. First and 10 Bears. Stewart looks to pass. Going to Smalley in the end zone.
Oh,
through his hands,
man.
incomplete.
It was there, too. It was there.
Pass falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
On Davia Dale is down in the end zone for the Collins Titans. I think it's a cramp is what we're dealing with over there. Really surprised we haven't seen more of that. But here's the replay, Country Mart Instant Replay, and Smalley so close to bringing that ball in.
I don't know if you could have put that pass any more on the money,
No,
John.
that
It was on that outside shoulder. Nobody's catching it but Smalley.
Exactly, and to get both hands out there just trying to catch it over his shoulder, you lose a little bit of concentration, and that's a ball that's hard to catch. And again, we do have a Collins player down in the end zone. Kind of the way he was reaching for his leg, I wonder if it's not a cramp. Of course, I'm not a doctor, number one, and I'm also not down there on the field. But, yeah, as I'm hearing in my ears, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV.
Yep.
So
Stay at Holiday Inn Express last night?
maybe I did. So as my wife would say, she's got an education from Grey's Anatomy, so
Yeah.
she knows what's going on with this type of stuff and knows the procedure that needs to be taken care of to help these players out, I'm sure. And so I do want to give a shout out to my wife, as she is actually in Maine right now, and I do know you mentioned people get on the Facebook page and commenting where they're at. They're actually watching the game tonight up in northern Maine, so GHP Sports reaching up to the North Woods tonight with our coverage. And we can see him stretching it out down there. And again, Bo, honestly, I'm shocked that this is the first cramp we've seen tonight.
Yeah, you usually see it a lot, even when it's not hot, John. You see it a lot early on in the season.
Yeah. I'm sure both of these coaching staffs were pretty adamant with their players throughout the week to stay hydrated, to keep those fluids in them. You know, that's very important on a night like this. And if, as much as these players are working and sweating out there, if they don't continue to stay hydrated throughout the game, if they don't try to replenish some of those fluids throughout the game, you'll run into this situation with cramps.
John, Spencer County methodically moving the ball as he is now up. It's always good to see.
They're going to walk off the field under his own power. That's just going to be something that, and this is the crappy part about getting cramps in a game like this. Once you get them, they're hard to get rid of. I mean, it's something that's going to continue to pop up for these players. And hopefully that young man's able to get some water or Gatorade or whatever they've got over there on the sidelines. Try to get something into his system to be able to get some fluids in and help those cramps out.
East Jessamine trying to make a comeback on Anderson. That game is now 21-14, Anderson County. South Oldham 45-6 over Nelson.
And that's who we have next week, isn't it?
North Oldham 47, DeSales 23. So
yeah, I believe
we
travel to South Oldham next Friday night.
Oldham County 23, Shelby County 0. Another run up the middle.
Danny Armstrong going to get that carry.
Armstrong driving the legs forward for 5 yards.
Going to be about a 4 to 5 yard gain there. It's going to bring up about a third and a long 5, maybe 6 for the Bears. Jake Green going to check in for Brody Phelps.
You got 2 plays to get this here, John.
Oh, you do. You do.
Pitch to Green. Got some room across the 20. Tries to cut back, slips. It's going to go down about the 16-yard line, but that will be good enough for a Bears first down.
Great run right there. Great play call. We've seen these runs to the outside, these sweeps. We've yet to, till just now, see a pitch to be able to get that sweep there. And just a good job by the Bears being able to get around the outside, get some blockers in front of Green, be able to pick up that first down.
Tight formation for the Bears. Could have been a flag there. It's going to go up the middle, blow the whistle.
Yeah, Jake Green got a little bit of an early start. Lucky for us, there was nobody else in motion, and he was moving backwards. And so
on the carry.
No penalty there for a false start. I mean, that's the criteria for anybody out there. You can only have one player in motion, and any player that is in motion cannot be moving forward at the snap of the ball. Jake Green was taking a step back, not drawing that flag.
They did give Danny forward progress to the 15th, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Handoff to Phelps. It's hit at the line of scrimmage. May have fell forward for 1.
Yeah, Lanehart in there on that tackle, able to come from his mic position, clear across the formation to be able to make that tackle on Phelps. Going to bring up a 3rd and 8. And Spencer County once again in that same spot that you mentioned a little bit ago, Bo. You got 8 yards to go, but really you probably got 2 plays to get there. We do not know the range of Jackson Brown.
We know his range on extra points is good. He's 8 for 8 this year.
Yep.
Stewart, pass. And that is incomplete. Smalley slipped as he tried to curl back.
4th and 8.
That bring up 4th down and 8.
And Marksbury now has a decision to make. He's over on the sideline talking to his quarterback right now.
And he may run some clock here, John.
Yeah, it's what he's going to send his quarterback out, it looks like, maybe.
Maybe try to do a hard count.
No, he's going to use a timeout.
And that'll be his second used timeout of the second half. Leaves him with 1. 6:54 left to go.
I tell you what, Bo, we've had a battle here tonight. This has been everything that I thought it would be coming into this game. You know, Collins last week again, we had a hard time really getting a good beat on them and really understanding what they had. We knew that they would be able to throw the ball some, and we knew that Cade Gooden, if he gets a chance to break contain, can hurt us with his legs. And those are the 2 things we've seen out of them tonight. Collins also putting together some drives. So we're seeing them move that football down the field, still having some of those chunk plays that we've got to get rid of if we're Spencer County. But really, a pretty impressive game played by these young men from Western Shelby County. My apologies, Western Shelby County. And then you look at Spencer County. Spencer County playing a great game, but we've had a few mental mistakes on a few penalties that's really cost us in some key moments in this game. And so Spencer County, keep those penalties cleaned up. I think we got a good shot to end this one well.
4th and 8. Stewart looks to pass. And incomplete.
Collins is going to take over on about their own 14-yard line, I believe. Will be first down, Collins.
Titans take over from their own 15-yard line.
6:47 left to go in the game, and Spencer County going to have to call up on their defense right now. They got to come up big for them on this. They got to be able to get this stop, get it early. If we can get this 3 and out here, be able to try to keep some decent field position to have an opportunity to not only score but use up a lot of clock as we come down through the end of this game.
.647 left to go.
Big possession right here, Bo.
Collins with the ball in the Spencer County on the Collins 14-yard line. Gooden running the ball. He's going to get forward, cross the 20 to about the 21-yard line. Pick up about 6.
7-yard carry.
Oh, wait a minute. Kate Gooden getting up slow. But he is up and he is walking under his own power. I know there for a second we had players from the Collins Titans waving to the sidelines to bring somebody out on the field. Kate Gooden gets up. We know he's a competitor. We know he wants to battle.
Second down, 3. Drops back, looks to pass. He's got a man going across the middle. Batted down by Smalley.
Pass ball's incomplete, broken up by Armin Smalley.
Receiver with about half a step on Smalley right there. Smalley able to make up some ground, be able to get to him, get his hand in there and affect that pass. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
Everybody clap your hands.
Big play right here for Spencer County defense.
Check it out.
Gooden running it himself. Hit, falls forward.
Ball's out.
We'll get enough for the first down.
Collins, number 55, offensive tackle, able to jump on that football.
26.
But as you said, Bo, going to pick up that first down, going to keep that clock rolling. Now we have another Collins player down on the field. And again, Bo, you got to wonder, they go down like that if it's another cramp.
Late in the game, still humid outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's a situation here, too. If Collins goes on a long drive here, John, the clock becomes Spencer County's enemy.
Yeah, it does. It does. And that's one of the downfalls to the offense that Spencer County runs is it is an offense that, you know, it's difficult to come back from being behind. I mean, yeah, we would only be 1 score behind if Collins is able to punch it in here. But Spencer County, with the way they run the football, you know, you don't see that clock stopped a whole lot for them. And also the Bears, 1 timeout left in this half. And so defense need to come up big here. You know, the quicker we can get this stop, the better the field position is likely going to be for us to have the ball. But, of course, most importantly on this is just getting the stop. We cannot afford to let Collins score.
2 out wide either way. Gooden looks to the sideline. Rolls to the right. He's got a man open deep, and he overthrows him.
Brady Smith on the coverage out there on the outside.
Pass falls incomplete.
Receiver might have been open for a split second. Brady Smith with her speed able to make up that ground. Not allow that receiver to be able to make that catch.
Bring up 2nd down and 10. Quick slant. That's incomplete. 3rd down and 10, John.
And you got to like that if you're Spencer County, because a quick play like that didn't use up a lot of clock. Clock stopped with the incomplete pass, bringing up a 3rd and 10. Spencer County potentially have an opportunity here maybe to get off the field.
Three to the right, 1 to the left. Gooden looking to run. Gonna keep it and gets hit about at the line of scrimmage and taken down. May have gotten a yard on that, John.
Yeah, maybe if that. Of course, Coach Lucas there, I understand the call. I understand why he's doing that on 3rd down. He's leaving the ball in his playmaker's hands. Cade Gooden is who that offense revolves around. He's got the wheels. He's got the ability to make things hurt running the football. And also on top of that, by him running that football and not going out of bounds, got that clock running. Got to get that clock running. So good things still, even though Collins is forced to punt the ball here, good things happen for them in that situation, getting that clock running.
Miller on to punt. Green and Smith back deep. Punt goes to Smith. He's going to let it roll, and it will take a Collins roll down to about the 28-yard line.
4:08 left to go in the game. Spencer County.
28-yard line, 1st and 10.
Plenty of time on the clock for them with 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Got to be mindful of it. Again, Coach Marksbury, 1 timeout remaining in the game. But with an opportunity here to maybe put this one away, Bo.
Time for a statement drive right here.
There is. And either way, if you're Coach Marksbury, the last thing you want to do is give Collins the football back if you do not have to. You want to be able to use the clock, and if you don't score, you still want to use the clock. You want to give yourself an opportunity in overtime potentially.
Stewart looking long. He's got Smith open off the fingertips.
They've had that set up about all night long, I believe. That's the same play we used to see last year Kellen Marksbury be able to do when he just runs that seam route from that wing position, gets up the field, gets behind the safety before the safety even knows what's going on. Brady Stewart just maybe slowed down a little bit when he turned back looking for the football. Got to keep that momentum going forward. And with that little bit of a slowdown, ball just out of reach, going to bring up 2nd down for the Bears.
And off Armstrong, up the middle. Gets up to about the 33, bounces off. Keeps churning. We're going to give him the 34.
Nice 5-yard pickup, yeah. Armstrong able to cut that 10 in half right there to be able to give him an opportunity on 3rd and 5.
Mark that at the 33-yard line. 3rd down and 5.
Come on, turn it on.
And off to Green, spins at the 35, gets taken back.
Don't dance.
Pickup of 2.
Yeah, forward progress going to bring him up to about the 30.
No gain on the play.
Or no.
4th and
There
5.
is a gain on the play.
Yeah.
Going to bring him about to the 36. It's going to be about 4th and 3. And if you're Coach Marksberry here, you think you almost have to punt this ball away. I don't see going for it this deep in your own end.
He's going to let the clock run down anyway, use his final timeout. Give Collins as little time as possible on that clock.
Yeah.
And he'll get it here with 2:35 left to go in the ball game.
Two big defensive stands by both teams in these last 2 possessions, being able to force punts. Spencer County defense going to be called on to do it one more time too, Bo. Want to remind everyone, stay with us. Last week, we didn't have an opportunity to do this. Just being an away game, sometimes the gear doesn't work out. And then also, to be honest, last week we needed to get out of the way. We had other broadcasting groups coming in to be able to call the late game down at Nelson County. But stay with us after the game. We will have the Brown Construction Player of the Game, and we will also have the Kelly Hubbock coaches interview with Coach Marksberry to see what his final thoughts are on this game. And Spencer County going to punt the ball away.
Dwyer on to punt. Hardy and Dale back deep for the Titans.
Get it out of there.
High, short punt. Better get that. And that is taken by Higdon at the Spencer County 49-yard line.
Going to be about a 13-yard punt, I believe, after the shank off the side of his foot. Leaving the defense not much room to work with. Not a lot of field behind them to be able to have a little bit of grace, a little bit of softness at all. But 2:26 left to go. Spencer County defense going to be called on again here to get a stop. Try to keep the Titans out of the end zone. Cade Gooden going to lead his offense out here out again. 5 wide. We got 4 receivers lined up to the right.
It's a formation we've not seen tonight, John. And a little hitch move, and it is incomplete. Batted out by Smalley at the last minute.
Great play there by Smalley to be able to stay with that.
Hintz pulled that ball in, John. A little double move there on going down the sideline. Pulled that in, and Smalley got a hand in there to knock it out.
Yeah, Coach Lucas setting that up 4 wide on the right side, getting that single coverage over here on the near side of the field. And Smalley just able to stay with his man, be able to continue that play, never give up on that play, get that ball knocked loose for 2nd down. Same formation again.
Only 4 seconds come off the clock there. 2:20 left. This time, Gooden's going to run it. Bounces off his own player. We got a hold that doesn't get called.
Yeah, Jacob Biller got held as he tried to get out from his end position to make a stop. Coach Marksberry furious on the sidelines on how he's not getting that call.
1st down for the Titans, 1st and 10.
But without that flag being thrown, that's going to bring the ball up to the 35-yard line, be 1st down for the Titans.
Pick up at 14 for Gooden.
Oh, come on, guys.
And the Bears jump off sides.
Wyatt Lockard right there, just a little anxious trying to get across that and try to make a play, and that was something that plagued the Bears last week against Bullitt Central. Even though came out with the win, that was one of those unforced errors that we've seen happen multiple times in that game. Bears have to be aware of what's going on, knowing that these Titans are going to use a hard count on them from time to time because it was effective on them last week.
1st and 5. Gooden again, going to take it himself. Going to go down about the 27, maybe 26.
4-yard gain.
I think they're going to mark him at the 26.
Be a yard short.
Clock's running. Of course, Bears have no timeouts left, no way of stopping this clock. Collins with 3 timeouts remaining. And we know we've seen Miller warming up, and we're getting in Miller range.
Quick pass. Intercepted by Smalley.
Intercepted.
He's running up the sideline, knocked out of bounds about the 40-yard line.
52 seconds left to go in the game. Smalley, huge play from his corner position to get that interception, giving the Bears a little bit of life here and a chance to maybe put this one away with under a minute to go. My heart, Bo, my heart.
We're going to mark the ball, I believe, at the Spencer County 45-yard line.
We are going to have a sideline warning on the Bears, and I get it. Yeah. I completely understand why we have a sideline warning on the Bears.
Flag on the play is for a sideline warning.
And I really, honestly, I don't think the coaches even care about that warning. Obviously, it won't be a penalty. It's just a sideline warning, but that little bit of life. Spencer County fans coming alive right now, Bo.
Handoff. Armstrong breaks it to the outside, gets out of bounds
Good
about
job.
the 46-yard line.
Great job by him.
Pickup of 9.
That's football. That's knowledge right there. That's football wisdom coming from Armstrong, knowing that he needed to be able to get out of bounds and be able to get that clock stop. Picked up 9 yards on that. Going to bring up a 2nd and 1 for the Bears. Again, no timeouts for Coach Marksberry. The sidelines and incomplete passes are the only thing we got to stop that clock, though.
.6 seconds, John. We may get to see what kind of leg Jackson Brown's got. Stewart is going to keep it himself. Now he's got to get to the sideline, John.
And he knows it. He knows it. He knows it. Yes,
and he gets
great
there.
job. Great job by Jarrett Stewart. Again, that knowledge, knowing where you are on the field, knowing what needs to happen. Picks up the first down, gets out of bounds, gets us a little bit closer here as we're to the 25-yard line. First down, Bears.
Pickup of 21 for Stewart on that run. First and 10, Bears. 37.8 seconds left. Game tied at 21. Timeout, Collins.
Yep. And that doesn't hurt Marksberry's feelings either, I don't believe. Get an opportunity to talk to his offense here. Get a little bit of strategy going for what they want to be able to do with these last 37 seconds of the game. And Bo, I'm telling you what, we were talking about how full these bleachers were before. They ain't that full now, and that's because we got a lot of people on their feet watching this game. And this is a great ball game. Love calling these things, but, boy, they get me sometimes, Bo.
This has been close throughout, John. I think the biggest lead's been 7. for either team. How many plays you call here in the huddle, John?
I'm calling 2. I'm calling 2 because I'm going to guarantee that second play is going to be a play that I'm either out of bounds, I'm scoring, or it's an incomplete pass. But I'm going to have another one ready, players to get up there. Worst case scenario, if there's some confusion, knowing that we're at first down right here, you make this first play. If you don't get out of bounds, you don't score,
you can
clock it.
You can clock the ball. Guys got to everybody's got to know they got to get to the line quick. Stewart looks to pass. He's going to the corner. He's got Smalley.
That's interference.
That's a flag.
Big penalty right there. Going to move the ball up for the Bears. Watson Rhodes there on the coverage for the Titans. And honestly, Bo, he's upset with himself. Not necessarily the worst penalty in the world. You know, you give up a lot of yardage on that, but you also did not allow Smalley to make that catch and to be able to score and put this game potentially away.
First and 10 Bears. Handoff. Bounces off one B tackler.
Got to
down
get to
the
line.
3 line. Got to get to the line and clock it.
Got to get
24 seconds left.
Got to get up. Get in place. There you go. We are going to have a flag. I think we're going to have a false start. That's going to back the Bears up 5 yards.
On the Bears.
$14 seconds left to go in the game, Bo. 2, maybe 3 plays without that timeout. There we're going to clock the ball again. We're going to get that, make sure that clock stopped. 12.4 seconds. Give the Bears an opportunity to call a play here. With that false start, we did see Jarrett Stewart clock that ball, but that play didn't count. That false start flag thrown before that. Spencer County, well aware of that, got their guys out there on the field, lost just a couple seconds in being able to get lined up and get that ball spiked again. We're looking at about a 3rd down and 6. With 12.4, you've got 2 plays. I don't know if you got 3 if you're Spencer County.
Ball at the 9-yard line. John, I run one play. I go to the end zone. If not, I'm throwing my kicker out there.
We got a flag. Flag came from the back judge. Delay game on Spencer County. Going to back them up 5 more yards. Going to put about a 3rd and 11. Again, 12.4 seconds. And now we're going to get a timeout from Collins. Coach Lucas recognizing we got a little bit of a timing issue going on with the Bears right now. A little bit out of sync trying to get this ball off, and not going to allow them the opportunity to get it going there. Going to call another timeout. We'll leave Collins with 1 and try to keep this a little bit awkward for the Bears here with these just potentially 2 plays, all they're going to get, Bo. Spencer County coming out on the field. 14-yard line. They can get a first down, Bo, as it is right now 3rd and 11. They can pick up a first down if they get to the 3-yard line, but with time being what it is on the clock, really not anything that's going to matter a whole lot to the Bears. They pretty much 2 plays, and in these 2 plays, you've got to be able to score.
Stewart rolls to the right, looking to pass. Throws it out of bounds. Smart play. Now Coach Marksbury is going to send the kick team on.
4th 4th down and 11. Ball is on the 14-yard line. We've wondered, Bo. We've seen. Kind of curious at what we're going to get here out of Jackson Brown. The ball is going to be spotted at the 20-yard line, making this a 30-yard field goal attempt for Jackson. And Coach Lucas is going to make him think about it.
Timeout taken by the Titans.
That is his last timeout. John, who would have thought it would come down to this? 7.7 seconds left. Game tied at 21.
Yeah. Spencer County, of course, in a great position here. That interception by Smalley did a lot for them to be able to get a little momentum, tried to move the football down here. An opportunity to potentially win the game here with this kick coming. 7.7 seconds left to go. But the nice thing about it, Spencer County's still kind of in the driver's seat here, Bo. We're the ones with the opportunity to score on this play. Could potentially put the game away. And Collins.
The students have moved in behind the goalpost, and the officials are moving them back.
Yep.
30-yard field goal attempt by Jackson Brown. Jacob Biller, the long snapper. Jared Stewart, the holder. It's down. The kick is up.
He got it. He got it.
It's good.
It's good. 4.9 seconds left. Jackson Brown, 30-yard field goal.
Coach Hall is high-fiving everybody up here.
We've wondered, we've asked, what kind of leg does this kid have? And he had room to spare.
He had plenty of room to spare.
4.9 seconds left. Game is not over yet. Spencer County going to have good coverage. Keep their heads in this game right here as they're going to cover this kickoff. Make sure they get that guy on the ground. But neither team with timeouts left. And, Bo, if we can get this stop on this kickoff, I'm feeling pretty good.
Wow. What a ball game.
Oh.
I might have to stay up again and watch this one.
I might have to, too, for a little bit. I don't know if I can stay up all night. Student section for Spencer County down in the end zone right now. Back in that back corner, stacking up, ready to storm the field. Bo, you pointed out something to me there earlier this week. If anybody out there really follows a lot of high school sports, they probably heard of the Massey ratings.
Yeah.
And so what they are, a lot of it was we used for basketball before, just ranking teams and what they have. It really breaks it down a lot more.
More computer rankings.
Yeah, and they've actually come out with a spread now and picking winners for football games. And I didn't want to say this before, but they actually had Collins winning this game by 8 tonight. And so don't think that's going to happen.
Dwyer with
Good
the
kick.
low squib kick.
Good kick.
Fielded at the 20. Dale goes down. 0.7 seconds left. Time for one play for Collins.
Everybody's going to get back for the Bears. This is deep. Nothing gets behind you. Make the stop. You know the ball is more than likely going into the air right here. I do not see them running Kay Gooden on this play.
From their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
0.7 seconds. Goodness. Again, my heart, Bo, my heart. I just went to a doctor's appointment this morning. I might schedule another one. Goodness.
Ooh. Less than a second.
Everybody back.
Bears lead 24-21.
Speed on the field. Speed on the field.
Jake Green 40 yards off the line of scrimmage. Gooden looks to pass. The buzzer sounds. The final play of the game. Pass is
incomplete.
Dropped.
That's the ball
That's
game.
the ball game. Spencer County wins. Brady Smith with the knockdown.
student section storming the field here. Great ball game tonight by these Bears. Collins waiting patiently on the other side to shake hands with the football players. And Bo, I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag here a little bit. I'd said earlier, everybody stay with us. We'll have the Brown Construction Player of the Game. We will also have the Kelly Hubby Coaches interview. Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game, I think we're in agreement here. We got to go with number 5.
Got to go with number 5 tonight. Brody Phelps, huge game tonight, especially in the first half, John. 9 rushes, 135 yards on the night, along with a touchdown.
And we don't even have defensive stats. We know what type of an impact he had on the defensive side of the ball and some of the stops he came up with. Great all-around game for that young man. Great win for Spencer County.
Much different around this program than we were 365 days ago, John.
Yeah.
2 weeks into the season, Bears were 0-2 and had South Oldham coming to town next week. Now we're looking at 2-0 going to South.
Yeah, now these coaches get to spend a week getting this defense ready to see the triple option, and that's always fun.
And these players are going to enjoy, with the cooler weather expected this week, not having 6 a.m. practices like they did all this week.
Goodness. Do you have some final stats for us there, Bo? We can maybe go over those.
Yeah, let's go over a few here. Total stats for the game: Spencer County 18 first downs, 43 rushes, 301 yards, 4 completions for 77. 4 of 12 was Jarrett Stewart. 8 penalties for 74 yards, 3 of 14, John, on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down. For Collins, 15 first downs, 17 rushes for 112 yards, 14 of Kay Goodman was 14 of 29 for 150.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns and an interception. 3 penalties on the Titans for 32 yards. 3 of 8 on third down. 2 of 2 on fourth down. Your individual stats in the game. Running the football first for the Bears. Brody Phelps, our Brown Construction Player of the Game. 9 rushes, 135 yards and a touchdown. Danny Armstrong, another one, come up big in the second half, John.
He did.
15 rushes, 109 yards for Danny. Jake Green, 10 rushes for 41. Jarrett Stewart, 4 for 25, 21 of them on that one run where he got out of bounds. And for Collins, running the football, Kay Gooden, 13 rushes, 74 yards. Brody Haggard, 2 for 43. Lane Hart, 1 for 0. Joel Watson-Rhodes, 1 for -5. And passing the ball, Kate Gooden, 15 of 28 for 153, 2 touchdowns and an interception. So another big offensive night, John, for the Bears. A total of 378 yards, a total offense, 301 on the ground. That's 2 weeks in a row with over 300 yards.
Yeah, it's a great job by this offense and what they've been able to do. Just the never die attitude. We talked about that last week, and that was something that the seniors last year had. And you'd mentioned the rough start to the season that Spencer County had last year, but still that no, never die, never quit type of an attitude carried them to the third round of the playoffs last year. And it was our hope that those seniors, that leadership, imparted some of that drive into the underclassmen to carry with them this year, and I think we're seeing that. I think we're seeing this. Yeah, there have been bad things happen. Yeah, we've had some injuries. We've had some illnesses. We've had some bad plays, some turnovers. But this team, Bo, if there's one thing I can say about them that I've learned about them early, this is a team that will not quit.
We'll be got Coach Hall singing right now.
Oh, yeah.
He made it down there in record time. Look, I watched him jump about 2.5 feet off this platform up here, high-fiving everybody up here when that field goal went in. Great
win by the Bears. So we're just kind of keeping an eye on the field down there. I do see Blaine waiting to see if he can catch somebody.
As we're waiting, John, next week we are at South Oldham.
Yep.
So same bat time, same bat channel, folks. We'll be we come on about probably right around 7 o'clock ish, give or take a few minutes.
And I'm seeing Blaine down here now. I believe he does have our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game, Brody Phelps, with him. Blaine, how we doing down there?
I'm here with our player of the game, Brody Phelps. Game-winning field goal against your rival. How does this feel for you and your team?
It feels amazing. We really wanted this win, and it's not only our rival. I used to live out there and play for their team, so I really wanted this one, and I'm so proud of my guys.
All right, thank you, and congratulations.
All right, that Brody Phelps, our Brown Construction Player of the Game, as Blaine is on the lookout for Coach Marksberry right now, I believe, as I think I see Marksberry out there about the 20-yard line. Interview right now with potentially an interview with somebody else maybe. I'm not sure. I know he's talking to Phillips. Maybe Phillips is just having a hard time getting out of that groove.
Yeah,
of being
he wants
doing
the microphone
that
back.
sideline reporting. Now he's down there talking to him now. But here's
Blaine's got Coach.
Here with Coach Marksberry after a great win against a rival. How does this feel as a coach?
Well, it's special, and then to get it when you kick the field goal at the end, it's really special.
Yeah, and just seeing the community out here, it's just amazing, and the support for the team is just amazing. How good is that to see as a coach?
Well, you're just excited that you can come and give them something to be excited about, and our kids play hard every time, and the Tanner injury was, very very difficult, and praying for him, and we'll get down there and check on him. He just asked us on the field. He said, just make sure you win. So, very emotional, but glad to get a win.
Yeah, thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you, Blaine, and thank you, Coach Marksberry. And, yeah, folks, everybody say a prayer up for Tanner Schuler tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
We do. I'm not going to speculate, but I do believe it is a leg injury.
Yes.
And something that can be worked on. So, John, we've went over stats. We've done our player and coach.
Yeah,
we're about done.
Yeah, and next week, buckle up for the triple option. If you enjoy watching, teams like Navy or Georgia Tech play football, that's what you're going to see out of the South Oldham Dragons. It's going to be the triple option. Spencer County, a week to prepare for that. Of course, not knowing the status of Tanner Schuler, could potentially be missing him on the defensive side of the ball. Could be a key component that the Bears are going to have to make sure they have somebody in place for him. But still, before we get too worried about that triple option, Bo, let's celebrate tonight.
Yeah, we got to celebrate tonight. Folks, if you haven't yet, go to GHP Sports on YouTube. Subscribe,
yes.
Get the notifications. Other sports are played throughout the week. We had a couple soccer games and a volleyball game this week. If you didn't get to see those, and you'll get notified every time GHP Sports comes on. So don't miss out on that. And again, if you're listening and you're not from around here, go to our Facebook page and let us know where you're from. I'd like to know where you're listening from. But John, if you don't have anything else, I am done.
Yep.
Amazing win tonight by the Spencer County Bears. Field goal with less than 10 seconds left to go by Jackson Brown to win it. Your final score tonight, Spencer County 24, Collins 21. We'll see you next Friday night on GHP Sports.